everybody, and welcome to Dicey Adventures. Oh, you're saying, whoa, oh, there's Laura.
Sorry.
No,
we need to
Here, I think we need to shift this a little bit.
No, not that one. It's this one. This whole thing would need to move forward.
Oh.
We're good for today.
Oop. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are Dicey Adventures, continuing our Tales of Talerian campaign. Before we get started tonight, I just wanted to give a special thank you to Brooke. They've been doing amazing work for us. They just recently finished a piece of art for Fury. We've posted it to our Instagram. And before we actually get started, everyone that's produced any artwork for us, we're so thankful and very humbled by what you've done for us. Especially Crystal. I just wanted to definitely point you out at Noctilucero, who created the original artwork that kind of has inspired other artists to
she's actually going to be redoing
she's going to be redoing her artwork, which is so cool. But just like we love seeing it, so we're going to definitely kind of try to get that all that stuff flowing through the stream whenever we have that stuff up. And but yeah, we thank you guys so much. But yeah,
I don't know who that was, but thanks for following.
Yes, thank you for following.
I fixed it on the stream so we can see.
We'll do our best to try to interact with you as much as we can, but obviously we're going to try to focus on the game that we're playing right now. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, last we left off, you had finished resting at Grimstone Keep, and you traveled back towards Himjor, the town of many people, very similar to Rohan in Lord of the Rings, but a place that was very devoted to the horse, to the raising of horses, to the union of horse between people. There was actually a bond that, a special bond that's created. Not union of marriage.
Marital
I see
union.
your face.
You would think.
No, I know.
It wasn't just me.
No, more of like a soul bonding
from.
between the horse and the rider.
Still like marriage.
To where it was a unique bond. But they returned there. They were able to upgrade some of the armor for Storm, Callie's horse. And they had a brief dinner and stayed the night at Callie's estate. Her parents' estate, I should say. And they were able to divulge some information from them. And from there, they continued on to Kromstog. In Kromstog, they began looking for different sets of armor, fulfilling requests that they had, trying to figure out what they needed to do with the money that they had accumulated from Daxur's Spire. So, where we left off last time, you guys were essentially just finishing up different tasks, and you had secured a meeting potentially with a few other individuals that could potentially be hired. And and information. You were still trying to figure out some different things, possibly looking up information for Cardan.
Yes.
Fury, you were getting ready to try to figure out what you can do about the bounties. The bounty, not bounties.
There's multiple now.
There's multiple now, yeah. Callie, you feel like you've done quite a bit of what you wanted to get done, especially like providing more armor, but helping train or helping other members of the party. That's been kind of your main focus.
Yep.
And Sinjin, doing whatever you can to try and figure out some different information, training, getting some different things. You returned a letter to Zorn. You guys found out that Zorn and Tybalt had both made it back safely. You found out that Tybalt had lost an arm in the elemental plane of fire.
I don't know if I would have told them.
Oh, okay.
I know.
So,
Lauren told me.
Okay, then they probably.
Yeah. So you would, So you guys know that Tybalt has lost an arm. So that's where we're going to pick up, is you guys were still trying to finish up some goals. So I'm just going to kind of go around the table. You're preparing for the dagger pits and stuff currently, so I'm going to skip past you because you're trying to assist.
It don't matter.
So did we
we'll start with you, Fury.
So did we do a full rest after because we ended at the dinner?
Yes, you guys have finished.
Okay.
We didn't end it.
No, we were
At the
in
Psychowitz's
Comstock.
Oh, at the Psychowitz's house.
The
The
Psychowitz dinner.
house, yes.
Okay, I thought you meant...
Where you received your new item, the
Mhm.
gloves that have the weird coil on the back, that you were able to produce a magical effect from a piece of metal or something else that, which is strange to you, but she was confused about as well.
And
But-
then I'm pretty sure I asked Sinjin out on a date.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
To avoid going.
To
on
avoid
one.
my sister, you asked me out.
That's right.
Yep.
We're drinking.
So Fury, we're beginning with you.
There's a lot that happened.
wearing
You
today?
finished the awkward conversation with Riva. It was kind of you didn't know what to say, but she was expressing interest in you and asking you out for a drink or a cup of coffee, whatever would suit your fancy. But you do not seem interested at the moment or at the present time. You may not ever seem interested, but it's one of those things where it's just like that the feelings are there from one end. However you choose to respond is up to you, and you decided to kind of
It is distracting.
side table those.
Talk about his sister. She's very
All right.
distracting.
So Fury, you guys get a long rest, sleeping in the Psychowitz's household. You wake up. What do you wish to do for this day?
First, I was going to try to drag Callie along,
Okay.
and
So let's go and play that out. So Fury, you wake up. Cal, you wake up in the strange house of the Psychowitzes.
It's very
It's
small.
not that strange.
It's
I
very
assume
small.
we'd be eating breakfast of sorts.
Breakfast is you guys have woken up and you do see Riva in there. She's currently working on making some eggs and stuff, preparing some food and stuff. She sees you, she acknowledges you, and then just goes back to cooking her food.
So we're all down there?
Are we all sitting at a table?
Yeah,
Okay.
Or... Okay.
you guys all have slowly woken up and gotten there.
So, Callie, how would you like to go on a little adventure with me today? I can't exactly go out on my own.
Like, where would we be going?
I have some questions I want answered, and I think it's about time to do something. And I would, in a more hushed voice, say about the bounty on my head.
Are we sitting like this at the table?
I assume.
Sure.
I always assume we're sitting
we
like
always-
this.
Only
We are
pair
always
sit in.
walking like this. We are always sitting like this.
Every NPC is right there.
Yeah. I would like shoot Sinjin a look like.
I assume they have
That's
other
not
things
total.
they need to do.
Okay. I mean,
You were curious about the reasons. This would be your time to ask them yourself.
the reasons for the bounty.
Yeah. And then ask them how to get rid of it.
Okay. I'll go with you. But you have to be completely honest with me. Whenever I ask any question.
Absolutely.
Any question.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Are you trying to be deceptive there?
Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead.
But is she
Roll.
trying to see if I am?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it'd be a good contested roll, just based on we're not going to say anything based on just who wins.
22.
19.
Okay, you know that he's saying no, but you're leaving it as is.
Okay.
You know that he may not being fully honest, and so if you decide to press it further, then you may. So we're leaving it there. Though.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
First time I use something that has my highest.
All right,
I
so
have good insight.
we're gonna move on. So you guys finish up your breakfast, and you guys watch as Fury and Callie both stand up, and they say they're gonna go try to figure out some stuff.
But I would also say, I'll be nearby. If you need me, whisper. Go invisible.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Going by myself.
Okay. All right.
I'm going
Ash,
we're going by myself.
Is there anything that you wish to be during this time? You watch as they get up. You guys have had a nice breakfast. You guys have kind of discussed what you have plans for during the day.
Want to turn into a fly and follow them? Could be interesting. Just kidding. I don't have anything right now.
Okay. Well,
Reba, do you still have that shovel I gave you?
I will do altars themselves. Same time.
yes, I
thought it was
obviously
only
I
a
have
minute
the
to
shovel,
an hour as
but I
well.
mean, what do you? I mean, I'm just going to try and modify it.
No, just
you need
altars.
it back or something.
So you'll see me
Just-
just
For the day.
different.
Okay.
You can have it back after that.
1 gold piece.
I'll give you 2.
Yes, I'm getting some drinks tonight. So you give, yeah, you give her 2 gold pieces, and she gives you back. She goes back into her room, and she brings out the shovel, and you can see there's already been some modifications like into the handle and stuff, and you're just like, eh.
Oh, so-
Yeah.
Hi ho.
All right, Enid, what are you wishing to do?
I'm trying to think what I want to do first of my mini tasks. Is this more like it's morning?
Yeah.
So
You have not received word yet back from the Merchants
That's
Federation. Yeah.
okay, so
What
we'll table
about-
that.
From the people that were supposed to come over to be interviewed for work.
That's the Merchant Federation.
Got
yeah.
it. Didn't know if that was the landlord or
Yep.
whatever.
Okay. So then I guess I want to go
Just my feet.
to the cemetery.
Okay. I'm gonna go and
To
change the
visit-
music.
My family's grave.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Enid theme.
Did we leave?
I feel like Cinden's just gonna come along no matter what.
Did we leave like we don't know what they're doing?
Whether I
Yeah.
ask or not.
Also,
Okay.
I decided I'm
So
doing
if Ash
altar
wants
self.
to come or not,
I thought it was
it's
only a
up to-
minute. It's an hour.
Okay.
Instead
that's
of
fine.
invisibility, so I can see him.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
yeah,
can go in there
you
with
kind of
her.
change the persona and stuff, and you know that you're able to do that without revealing anything. So
Right.
you know when the spell's about to end and all that
Mhm.
stuff, so you can keep it going. All right.
Yeah, which
Loading.
one
Right,
is it?
yeah. Not sure what's going on.
Do you want mine?
There we go.
I'm on standby.
Sorry. Music's not being nice right now. Let's try it again.
What's it called?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's called Thunder Dreams, is what it's called.
Mm,
Is that the theme of Enid?
Yeah. There
There
we
it
go.
is. Oh.
Keeps stopping. Do you have SoundCloud?
No, I have YouTube.
Okay.
It says 1 hour of Thunder Dreams
Sure.
by Kevin
By Kevin
Yeah.
McLeod, yeah.
I have YouTube Red right now, actually. Or
Also,
premium.
Without ads.
Okay.
Some things don't have it.
So, Sinjin and Ash, you do see Sinjin and Enid both kind of stand up from the table, and you see them kind of briefly talking to each other, and you do see that. I would say that, like, kind of.
I just assume they're going on a date.
Okay.
Like you
All
would.
right. So you kind of
I'll
stay there
bring
with
my bait and
Reva.
shovel.
Are you staying there with Reva and
Even a date,
Alonzo?
I should
I'll leave
learn.
eventually.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
The day to the graveyard.
yeah. You guys slowly begin making your way over off the edge of the merchant district. That's kind of separated away from kind of the majority of the market district and whatnot. It's kind of on the outskirts of the. It's got its own little space. This little graveyard. You slowly begin making your way there. Is there anything you wish to discuss while you're on your way?
Are you sure you want to do this?
No, but yes, because I want a definite answer if Kelvin's body is in his grave or not.
And if it's-
Because with that note Fury had about possible traitor, I don't know. I just can't believe my brother would have betrayed our family so much. So I'm wondering if maybe he wasn't a spy. I'm still confused about what all went down with my father, but I just want to know for sure if he's dead.
This is just the one we're digging.
Yes.
And if people ask why,
Well, I've been here enough. I'm gonna talk with the groundskeeper and.
Is it a thing they let people do?
I
don't
think
know. I
I
don't hang
can.
out
I think
here.
I can convince them that I've got a good reason.
All right. That's cool. Because I don't have anything to hide us with other than... Yeah, it's going to be great.
I mean, it's broad daylight, so let's
You're
go
digging-
talk to the groundskeeper.
Digging up your parents?
Don't worry about what's going on in the graveyard.
I don't know.
We're not here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
We don't know what the
All right,
terrible
so-
things they're doing.
You continue going. Eventually, as you guys approach this gated area, and it's walled off. It's a low wall though, and it kind of encircles this small patch of dirt. There have been grass and flowers that have been planted in this area, very different than what the actual sandy plains and the actual topography of Kromslag is. This area has been set aside, which has always brought you a sense of peace, especially in this area. It's a very beautiful area. You know that the groundskeeper is Holmek. He's a human, elderly gentleman that you've seen before. So Holmek is, yeah.
Is he
You're
there?
assuming that he's in his guardhouse or
Okay.
in the groundskeeper's house.
So I guess I go into the groundskeeper's house.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey,
Oh, Enid.
how have you been?
I've moved along in years, obviously. I'm getting older each day, but digging graves never ends. People die.
Unfortunately, not. Yeah. Keeps you busy.
It does. It pays well. What brings you? I mean, I don't mean to intrude. Obviously, you've been here plenty of times, so.
Well, you know how I worship the Veiled One,
Yes,
and
of course.
I've learned some new information, and I know this request might sound weird, but I have a valid reason. I would like to exhume Kelvin's grave.
Hmm. You want to dig up your brother's grave?
Yes. To just confirm some information.
I understand.
I know this is a...
May I ask why? If you don't, I'm not trying to pry.
There are just some suspicious circumstances around his death. I've learned more suspicious things around his death than previously known, and just like to see his body again to confirm some of those new pieces of information. Do some testing.
All right.
I know this is an odd ask.
I understand. Well, I may not condone it. It's family, and you have a right. And, are you wondering if he's undead or anything?
It might
That would
not be.
good.
No, not that he's undead, but it might not be a real. That might not really be where he is. It might be an empty grave, is what I'm concerned about.
Well, okay. Well, need any assistance?
That's what I brought Muscles here for.
Oh,
St. Psychowitz. He wrote
Everybody
the-
knows
I
there.
know who you are, St. John.
I'm not
Alright,
trying.
I've seen you here a couple times.
Bro,
Well,
he's the
I'll make
muscle
sure
man.
that no one comes and disturbs you while you're doing it. If they ask any questions, I'll let them know that they have permission.
I'm
But
okay.
please, go ahead.
Thank you. And I give him a couple gold pieces.
Please. Please. No problem. So,
Well,
We
Okay.
dig.
We dig.
So
Kind of watching around to see if anyone's just stopping and staring at us. But
there's only one time where you do see like a couple that's currently just kind of walking around, observing the district. It looks like an elven couple. They kind of like look off and sit there.
I put on one of those black cloaks, so it's like the Grim Reaper's digging.
Oh my.
And there's obviously a tombstone in front of the grave you're digging. And so it's just like one of those things you can see, you especially kind of see, because you guys get traded on and off, you know, you're digging and stuff, and they stop for a minute and keep walking. But yeah, eventually.
In the middle of the day.
Do you want to do it? Do you want me to be on guard in case the zombie comes out?
I don't know if a zombie's gonna come out. Can we... Can Mage Hand open?
Did a mage hand open a coffin?
I'll allow it.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys...
I assume it's less than 30 feet down.
You guys yeah, it's only 6 feet. So you guys remove enough of the dirt to be able to open up the lid. The coffin slowly opens, and you can see it's been roughly, what is it? You said
A year.
a year. The features are still fairly there, but you can definitely see some signs of decomposition. There's not been any intrusion of worms or anything that would decay the body faster, but besides the gradual decay of time, cells dying and dispersing. You look down and you can see the slit. You had tied a scarf around there when you had buried him, but it looks the same as when he had died.
Is there any point in examining things further, or is this good?
I don't think so. I think...
You hear from over your shoulder. He told me that if ever you should come to do so, he asked me to give you this. And Olmec slowly walks forward, holds out his hand. And he drops in your hand the signet of the Veiled One. And he just wanted to assure you, was the last words that he said. I don't know what it means, but he just said he wants to assure you.
I know what it means. Thank you.
No problem. When you came and asked, I would never thought that it would ever happen, and that's why I was so confused, but he said, if ever Enid comes to dig up my remains, and he told me the night before he died.
Well, here I am.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? I'm very confused.
It's nothing to be concerned about. Just...
Does death agree?
Just the entire world.
No.
You're the expert here, not me.
Death will not be greeting you for a while.
That's good.
Oh my gosh.
I hope not.
Start killing off NPCs.
I'm still got a grave right here.
I feel like Enid would just... She does it. She was kind of... Although she doesn't know how, she was kind of hoping that it would be empty. So she's just kind of dealing with emotions. She's just kind of like... Doesn't really know what to say now.
Okay.
So...
Well, I guess we close things up here.
Yeah.
And then we rebury.
Okay.
Trading off.
And then once reburied, I to kind of say like a little prayer, like sorry to the Veiled One and to Kelvin, sorry for disturbing your grave. I did not have ill intentions.
No.
I respect death.
Yeah. Okay. And you feel a brief sense. Roll a religion check for me real quick.
Okay. 23.
23. Okay. You hear a faint whisper. You don't hear it at all. Your pull is strong. But know this. Your family served me greatly in every act and deed they did, including your brother, one of my most faithful servants. And you feel a slow release from your shoulders, almost like it's pulling a weight away.
Feel like Ina might just kind of like drop to her knees, just kind of process that.
You see,
She doesn't know what to do, but
Am I
she
still
just heard.
digging?
You
my God.
Yeah, you guys had finished. After you'd finished putting the last remains of the dirt, you see that she drops to her knees.
Kind of walk over and just put my hand on her shoulder for a moment and not really say anything.
Okay.
Because I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I don't think I would say anything right then. I'd just get up and kind of let's go back to your house.
Okay. Gotta turn the shovel.
Yeah.
She can clean it off. I gave her an extra gold piece. I'm gonna make sure it's real dirty for her.
All right. I'm going to go back to you real quick. Is there anything that you wish to do during this time that you are alone with Riva and Alonzo?
I would have already left the house.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to go switch back to, if you want to go stop that music, I'm going to switch back to
Guess I'll try to go back to that temple and see if I can find that weird Cert name?
Cert Kilgraf?
Yeah.
So you're heading towards the Jester.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with my sound. It's not pulling in information. Okay. Would normally expect it to.
Technology. Can you use YouTube?
Oh. Probably.
We're not sponsored by YouTube. But
You said YouTube a lot tonight.
yes, just wanted to clarify that.
I don't know, my phone might be not working tonight, so if you would like to do it, except for that one song, apparently works just fine.
Okay, what's it called?
Rites. R-I-T-E-S. Kevin McLeod. So, you're heading over to, and then, yeah. So, you slowly make your way into the Temple of Cahmpionships, which is being modeled after actually the Temple of Tea Garden, where they are creating the other alcoves for. While the hearth is kind of the symbolic nature of Cahmpionships, peace, family. That's kind of been the patron, where everything is centered around the hearth. But they also wanted to include the other belief systems, the other gods, the deities that others served. You slowly make your way in there, and you can see several different priests walking forward, and a couple of them catch your eye. Do you acknowledge them? Do you just kind of pass them by, focused on your task at hand? What do you wish to do?
I mean, what's their face look like?
No, you like almost kind of like looking up, like do you need anything?
No,
Okay.
I just keep walking.
Okay. Kind of one of those things where it's like you're walking into a space, and if you need help or assistance, they're willing to offer it. But if you're not wanting it, then they're going to let you be about your business.
Yeah, I keep walking.
Okay. So you slowly make your way back over to the Jester, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You make your way over there. I can't remember how I described it. Do you have what I wrote down for the?
I just remember it was looking like it was still being built,
Okay.
and that I think there was some like a statue being built or something, but it was just very empty.
Okay. So yeah, you walk in, and you can see that the construction has. There's been a little bit more done in terms of the construction. And you're looking specifically for the individual?
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody else in there, though.
Okay. You do see what appears to be an elven female that is currently standing there and appears to be juggling a little bit.
Do you work here, or are you just using the empty space?
Keeps juggling.
That's not answering my question. Excuse me, are you I'm looking for somebody?
Keeps juggling.
Oh.
Just kind of standing there looking straight ahead.
I'm just gonna go walk in front of her.
Okay.
Still juggling.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to grab one of the balls.
Your hand. Ball goes right through your hand.
Okay, that's really creepy.
Oh, well, I guess you found out it's an illusion.
Actually,
Welcome.
I was just trying to catch it because you were ignoring me.
No, I wasn't ignoring you. My duplicate was ignoring you. Hello.
Oh, is she somewhere else then?
Yes, behind you. Hello.
Oh. Why
You see you turn around and you watch as the duplicate self disappears.
So you just do that to juggle, or?
Oh, I do it sometimes just to let them know that someone's in here if they need assistance, but I'm performing my duties. Hello, what can I do for you?
Well, I was,
The name's Jezebel.
Hi, I'm Ash.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Hey, there was this one lady in, really weird clothes here at one point, and I was talking to her, and has she come back at all? She's been gone, I never find her anymore. I'm not here that much, just, 3 times.
I'm sorry, I don't know. What are you saying? That there's someone that comes here that's wearing strange clothes? I mean, you yourself are wearing strange clothes, is it not you?
That was rude.
Well, I'm just saying, you're saying there's other strangers wearing strange clothes, so why not you?
That's a good point, but it's not me. Why would I be looking for me? That's just silly.
Well, you're in the presence of a servant of the Jester. The Jester works in many ways. I don't know if you're also probably one of the ones trying to confuse me. You could be a symbol from the Jester themselves.
No.
Trying to influence my mind. You could be. I don't know. Are you?
No,
I
I
pass
think
the
you're
test?
better at juggling
I don't know.
than trying to figure things out. You're very good at juggling, but everything else just
I'm actually not very good at juggling off.
Oh, you're better than...
My duplicate self is. I can juggle from bullshit.
That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
In my mind, I can juggle very well, but I can't do it myself. I don't have the dexterity to do so.
I kind of want to watch you try now.
I would rather not. Thank you, though.
Anyways, so this person, I think her name's Cert. She told me.
Okay.
Is she still here? Is she gone?
I don't know anybody by that name.
Can I do an insight check?
You may.
Uh, 17.
17.
Or not 17, I did math really bad.
15.
Yeah, 15.
15.
I just
Roll
didn't
again.
realize you had that high.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Time.
Oh. 23.
Yeah, she's lying. She knows who you get the sense that she might be hiding some information from you.
Well, does your duplicate, know anybody by that name? Is she, better at remembering than you are? Because I feel like maybe you might know something else.
What is your intention of trying to find this set?
I just want to ask her a question.
Well,
she knew a lot of things last time I talked to her.
understand you won't be asking those questions, but information is privy to those who deserve it.
Okay.
Do you deserve it?
Yes.
Prove it.
I don't know. Do I need to juggle? I've never tried.
Sure. Why don't you juggle for me? If you can juggle for a minute.
I mean, if this is something where I can pick it, I can pick something else. I'm really good at being a mouse.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm really good at being a mouse.
Yes! So sad.
She get a natural.
You got that 20.
Natural 20. That's amazing. I must
Yes.
my water.
That would have been even better.
You see her kind of flabbergasted. Can you? Okay, can you show me that? I'd be intrigued.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, just give me a second.
Okay, I turn into a mouse.
So, oh my goodness, this is fantastic!
I'm gonna
No.
juggle nothing.
Oh, this is fantastic! Oh my goodness, you would be a great servant of the chest. Now, are you able to return back to your normal form?
I'm gonna think about it. Look, I'm
So
trying
he
really
starts
hard.
Starts reaching down towards him.
I turn back.
Oh my goodness, that was
Yeah, I told you
fantastic!
I'm like really good at being a mouse.
Oh
It's
my
like
goodness,
one of my special talents.
I've never seen that before. That was
Really? Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
That is privy to some information. Yes,
That's really nice.
so it does come by here once in a while. What purpose do you have for seeking that information?
Well, the information about her, or I'm getting lost in this conversation.
Any information that she might be able to provide.
Well, I kind of need it to help people. I need to find somebody.
Do you have gold to be able to provide for information?
Maybe.
Leave me 50 gold pieces.
Just leave you, like over there?
No, leave me with 50 gold pieces and I will ensure that in 2 days' time, at the same time, that she will be here. And you can ask her as a deposit.
That seems like a really weird way to do that.
Because she's not here at the current moment. But I will make sure that she receives a message that there's an individual that's looking for her that has proved her worth of seeking the information that she has.
What if I give you like half now and half later?
No, that is not how this works. Otherwise, you can just forget the information.
I wish I still had that pop-up book.
Is that worth 50 gold? she paid 50?
Yeah.
Can I do another insight check?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
To
Perceive.
To see if I believe that she's going to do that.
Okay.
And not just take my 50 gold and go juggle away.
She's gonna juggle away.
21.
You sense that you have proved yourself and that she's being honest about what she's saying.
Okay, I'll give you 50 gold. I don't do this for just anyone.
Now that it's said. Good
She
day.
took a lot of money last time I was here, too.
Just this is security. This money, a good majority of it goes to the Senate. She knows many things.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go now. What time is it right now?
It is currently 2 in the afternoon.
That's a good time. Okay. 2 days. I have to come back at 2 in 2 days.
2 days.
That's easy to
Come back
remember.
at 2.
All right. Well, you have fun.
Oh, I will. And the juggling illusion of herself goes back, and you can see that she walks back into the back where she is apparently working on the statue herself.
That looks a lot better than it did
Thank you.
before. Okay. I'm gonna go now.
So, you make your way on out, and knowing that you have the information that Cert will be in your presence within 2 days. Okay. Fury and Callie, you guys are going where?
First, do we have any idea where... Well, I don't have any idea where we would begin.
So where do you
What's
want to
he
go?
trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Get the bounty off my head.
Okay. I don't think I'd know anything about that either.
You're not too
So,
sure.
Where do you go if you need information?
Well, I mean, what do you think you know about the bounty on your head? Do you know anything?
Not really.
Is it because of, family matters, friend matters? Like, who do you think it's related to?
I have no idea who would have put it on my head.
I don't know if we're sitting somewhere, but
I assume we're just walking.
Okay, we're walking. Do you, have family issues?
I don't really have a family.
You don't have a family? Everyone has some sort of family, even if they disowned them.
Thanks.
Is that what happened to you?
No.
Oh. I mean, do you have a family?
What does this have to do with the bounty?
Well, I mean, I feel like if I could understand your family or your friends or your people that are around you all the time, then maybe we could figure out why this bounty's on your head. Unless you did something stupid on your own.
You guys are the people I'm around the most.
Okay, so before you met these people, the people we were with, we're not sitting with them right now. Before you met them, who'd you hang around?
I've lived on my own.
Okay, so before that.
That is not important.
Well, it could be. And you brought me along on purpose for a reason, so you know you can trust me, apparently.
You were willing to be subject to a spell, and which I forced you to tell me the truth before.
Which means I'm trustworthy.
It means I don't distrust you.
Which, by the transitive property, means I'm trustworthy.
No.
Yes.
It means I don't think you're out for the bounty.
Well, if you don't think I'm trustworthy, then I'm going to leave.
Are you?
I will. I have nothing to gain from this.
You do
You
have
have
something
everything
to
to
lose.
What do I have to lose?
You're traveling with someone with a bounty on his head.
Eh.
Hunted by some people with some pretty powerful magic themselves.
My family's met much worse.
But have you? Your family's not here.
I'm part of my family. We have met much worse. I guarantee it.
I just want to know how to get a bounty off my head. I'm not asking you to remove it. I just need to know.
Do you know how to get it off?
No.
So you need help.
To figure out how to.
So I can help you. I can only help you if I know the information that you're not willing to give me.
What does the information have to do with figuring out how to remove a bounty?
Do you know why you have a bounty on your head?
The only information I know is from a bounty hunter.
What is that information?
Well, if we find someone who knows how to remove it, they will know why I have the bounty as well. Aren't you curious about that?
So hang on. I mean, I'd love to know why my traveling companion has a bounty, but I'm pretty sure that I need to know more information.
I'll take one of the crumpled wanted posters and just flick it over to her.
What is it? What did you look at?
The wanted poster.
Potentially.
What do
And
I
you can see that
mark
it
for
has a description that one forlorn Helmsworth had caused destruction to the Fort Dunan.
Your name's Helmsworth? Is your dad Coram?
If it was, would I be here?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Are you Coram's son?
No.
Can I do an insight check?
Anyway.
Dang it! 8.
Did you get a 1?
Yes!
Oh, man.
would been 9.
Well, this is a
But it's
natural
a
one.
natural
It's a natural one.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh man,
I mean,
that's one of those situations where just one.
So here's the thing. You can tell me the truth, or I'll turn right back around and go back to St. John's house. I feel like you're lying to me.
if I'm lying on a yes or no, why do you need me to say the other
I know
answer?
Corm Hemsworth.
Lovely.
Helmsworth. And what I know could help you, potentially, remove the bounty from your head. But it's okay if you don't want it. She turns around and she starts to like walk back towards St. John's house.
Okay.
Yeah, I would cast suggestion.
I don't remember what that does.
And
So, make a
and I would give you
saving throw.
disadvantage.
What do I do?
Okay.
Make a wisdom.
I'm
Something.
not sure. Make
I
a
don't
saving
remember
throw.
what
So go and roll 2d20 because he's giving you just take the lower of the two.
Natural 1 to 3.
Oh, well, so we're gonna go with a natural 1.
And I would tell me what you know.
And you feel compelled that it might be good to tell him what you know.
I feel like the DM might know more than I know.
Good news is
So
you'll know after the spell ends. But until then,
I know that your dad. Tell me if there's stuff that I'm missing
Yeah, I will.
that I would know.
Yeah.
I know that your dad has stayed with my family on many occasions, and that he.
Roll me a d20.
16.
16. You would also reveal that he knows. Yeah.
My real name.
Mm-hmm. That's part of it. That's why, yeah.
He knows that.
So reveal everything else, but then
I will.
Yeah.
How do
Your
you
dad
spell
knows my
occasions?
family really well. OCC. I think it's 2 C's and 2 S's.
2 S's?
We'll go with that. I'm not really sure.
That looks so wrong.
It looks right on my page.
Is it OCCA or OCCO?
OCCA.
That's what.
Okay. Well, on many times he's been with my family. I know he's from Yondur. And he likes to know my family because we're known. She would kind of stutter over that. Like, not wanting to tell you, but compelled to tell you because of the spell you're casting on her. I know that he only travels alone and doesn't speak of any family, even when asked, so I didn't even know that you were his son. He's the master of exchange.
Sorry, what was... He always travels alone? Or?
Uh-huh. He only travels alone. When he comes to visit my family anyway, I don't know what else he does. And you know, the normal. He's the master of exchange for the Merchant Federation. Top guy, you know. And I know that he knows who I am. Like, really, who my family is.
And you would feel compelled to tell him.
Also, my alter self dropped when I did that.
Okay.
Just...
Yeah.
He's one of the few that knows my true last name because of his job. My last name... My last name is Corin. My real last name, anyway.
Corin?
Like the fort. Corin.
How do you spell that?
Quaren.
Make a history check.
Yeah.
$21.
I hate this spell word.
but when
No,
when the 8
but I'm just
hours
saying
are over,
you-
you know it happened to you.
Yeah. No, so we're going to get to that in a second.
Hey, but
It can last for 8
but you know
hours.
who I am now.
No, so
I know who you are now, yeah.
you know that Corin, Dunan, Ernan, Nernan Those are all names of those are all names of forts that are guard towers along the Errant Wastes. You, being a member of the mage class or spellcasters, were at Fort Dunan. Corin, you do know that each of those 4 towers was named after a son of King Althorn, who was a well-respected and well-known king during one of the dynasties of the Kromstag, when it was its own kingdom and the kings ruled.
Sorry, what was that? So named after a son of...
So she's named after one of the sons of the king.
How long does...
8 hours.
8 hours.
Oh, lasts for 8 hours?
Yep.
Oh, man.
As long
You
as
have
he keeps
8
concentrating on it.
flipping hours to get whatever you want from me.
Holy smokes, yeah.
Yep, concentration up to 8 hours for suggestion.
That's cool.
Well, when you guessed it and it worked, I was like, oh man.
Oh, man. I didn't realize that. That's a first level spell!
Second, but yeah.
Second? Oh, man. That's, yeah.
Just keep on asking, man.
Or it ends when it's reached the foe. So when I feel like she's told me enough,
Yeah.
it ends.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you could have
So you hear that, and it kind of just, like, triggers in your ear. Whoa. Former royalty is what it rings in your ear.
But there's not current royalty in this
No,
world.
there's not,
correct,
because
right?
they were all killed by the Death Blossoms.
They were all killed. I think.
Yes.
Mhm. But they're not in power,
No.
either way.
No. Not.
You don't see any reason why, currently, Callie, why you would need to distrust any question you would ask you.
Mhm.
You don't feel any reason to hide information.
Laura does.
No, I know,
Yep.
but I'm just
Not
saying,
Kelly.
That's fine.
as it pertains to who you are
Yeah.
and what you know of Corin. That's the specifics.
If he asked me more, or would I have? I wouldn't just
in
keep
those
going.
in those specifics.
I guess sort of in-game, sort of not. I don't know what that has to do with my bounty, though. How would that help with my bounty?
You just know that your family has strong ties and influence.
I mean,
I don't think this isn't part of... I think at this point, the spell would drop.
Okay.
Because I think after that...
so then I'd know that you just did
You
that.
know, and
But
you
you were
know
just
that
charmed
the
by
words that
him.
just came out of your mouth and what you just told him.
Where are we standing currently?
Middle of a thoroughfare.
Middle, yeah. You guys are kind of you're walking on the
I
way.
hate the word
You,
therapy.
you guys are just walking kind of on the main streets and stuff. So there's a few families and like shopkeepers and whatnot around. You're not in the merchant district, but there's people out and about.
Would I know? So I would know. I wouldn't forget anything. I'd know exactly what he asked
You know
me. that
exactly
he did it,
what he
that
asked you.
did
You
it.
know exactly what you just told him.
Okay, I'd put my hand on my sword and I'd be like, "Don't ever cast that on me again. You know, I'll tell you what you want to know."
I just want the bounty off my head. I
I
don't
get that.
care about your past.
I get
I
that.
don't care to tell anyone.
You better not tell anyone. You won't have the tongue to tell anyone.
Just help me get the bounty off my head.
Oh, I'll help you get the bounty off your head. But don't cast that on me again.
Fair enough.
Do I believe him?
Don't roll. Just do you believe him?
I'm asking if I believe him.
Do you believe him?
Those-
It's more. I feel like this is more of a role play element.
Yeah, okay, fine. My family can probably help you get the bounty off your head.
Thus, I will not cast the spell on you again.
Okay.
It's worth it to me to be able to walk in the streets again, Speaking of which,
So would I know why? Did the poster tell why the bounty
It says
was
that
dead?
for
the
the destruction
destruction of
for
Fort
massive destruction and harm caused to Fort Dunan,
Okay.
which would be a serious consequence because of your family name, and that is a fort, and it's one of the sacred sites and one of the training grounds for
But I'd probably also know if my family had information on that, right?
your family
On
doesn't
that
have any,
destruction.
yeah, your family doesn't have any destruction.
or
No, I know.
know about
Know
the
about it.
incident.
Your family would know about the incident, but you wouldn't know that he was the one that caused it. And so-
Right. Would they know who to talk to about what happened?
Potentially.
Well, it's too bad you didn't ask me while we were in.
Well,
Enjoy.
they no.
Don't
Well,
worry, I can send messages. I'm really good at it.
That's true.
it's not something that wouldn't have been on your radar.
Okay. I guess I don't know what I would do next then, because I feel like I would know, but I don't know. You know.
So, whatever you want to do. How do you
I would
two
think
wish to
that
proceed?
my family would have connections to make this go away,
Okay.
But
I don't know how I would go about that. Laura doesn't know how
Mhm.
Callie would go about that.
what does
I'll just go talk to him.
what does my family have to do with the bounty?
I really don't know.
We don't.
Does Callie know?
No.
You don't know.
Oh. Does my family know?
You don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Well, we could ask my family. I'm obviously very well connected.
How do I know they won't just turn around and turn me in?
I mean, I could ask them.
I'm sure you have ties where the moment you mention they could have someone capture me and send me off again.
They could, but they won't. I'm their only daughter.
Guess,
The only one who can carry on the family name, you know?
I guess they would have done it when I was there.
Probably. They're not like that, though. They kind of like, live on the down low. Which is why you can't tell anybody my name. Or I'll slit your throat.
Only if you don't tell anyone mine.
No, I won't. It's better if nobody knows who we are.
I'm enjoying this way too
Me too.
because I didn't know when I chose you to bring.
Yeah, I know.
I just knew you'd be sitting on your
super
hands.
Smart.
Yeah.
Super smart to bring me. I can help you. Don't tell anybody who I am. I won't tell anybody who you are. Not even, the other people with us.
I have no intention of revealing more than I need to.
Perfect. Except for the fact that I've already told Sinjin
I know.
I don't know if I would tell him that. So
Tell what?
I probably would because I feel like compelled to be honest.
we talked to Sinjin
So-
already last time.
So here's the thing. So that it doesn't get back to you later. I did ask Sinjin all this stuff already. Because I didn't know who you were. And I was really curious about you. Just so you know, he's very curious about you as well. So I don't even think I betrayed you. Because we just now made this pact.
What did he tell you?
I actually have no clue. He just said that
Essentially, that he's put 2 and 2 together of who he actually is.
that he thinks he knows who you are. So maybe we could loop Sinjin in. If you want to.
Everybody except 2 people.
We all know everyone's gonna get looped in eventually.
I'll tell Enid.
So
that.
I only asked Sinjin because I really didn't know who you were. This was like yesterday, so
I guess it really wasn't that hard. The bounty hunter literally said my name in front of everyone.
I wasn't
the only one.
I wasn't
I know.
there for that. I was
the only one
not
that-
there for that.
Oh, I know who this is now.
So we're good, right?
As long as he keeps playing dumb, we don't have an issue there.
I don't know if he's playing dumb. I'm pretty sure he's like writing the whole town about this.
As long as he doesn't mention it. As long as the bounty gets off my head right now.
Yeah, we'll get the
That's
bounty
all
off.
I care about at this moment.
We'll get the bounty off. But did you do it? I'll help you get the bounty off either way. Just gotta know.
I was fighting for my life in that fort.
And you blew it up.
I was simply fighting for my life.
I mean, I totally get that. I just gotta know, did you like fireball it down?
I'm not
Lightning?
saying anything else.
Thunder?
She's skipping after him. Come on, what was it?
Come on, what did you do?
Is there anything
What kind of magic
else?
did you
Yeah, that's how
use?
she is. She's like, anything else? Did you do anything else cool?
Back into fangirl mode.
Yeah.
All right.
No? Okay, cool. You tell me
So
later.
you guys kind of wander around a little bit, having this exchange, and it kind of, after this little bit of time, you guys are wondering what you can do possibly. You do end up stopping by one of the guards of Kromstag. You know that Kromstag, it's very different. It's a true democracy where people are elected officials or they are elected to be guards or whatever, and people take turns volunteering and whatnot. It's a very unique system in how they go about doing things. And so one of the guards volunteer during that time, or an elected guard. You go stop by and he sees you and he's just like, oh, hello. How you guys doing today?
Great.
Great. What can I do for you? You can see it's a short little halfling. And
Wait, are we in a place where we're asking him to do something?
no, he's just like in the middle of the road. Like he saw you and you guys kind of were looking around. Or, can I help you find anything?
Since I'm in a different form, we were just having a conversation and it came up. If someone had a bounty on their head, how would you even go about removing that these days?
Oh, well, a bounty. That depends on the situation.
Yeah, we're chasing this guy.
Oh,
If
you
he
bounty
were-
hunters.
Yes, but if he were to get his bounty off, then we couldn't find him. How would he do that?
Many times, if you just report it to the local authorities. So if you brought the individual to associate like myself, I would report it to the other guards, the group that I work with, and we would therefore carry that individual back towards the place and make sure that you receive the bounty or the reward with a small fee for our return.
But what
of
if he
the
already got his
individual.
bounty off? How'd he do that?
Well, that I'm not too sure. It's a matter of finding out who it was that actually cast the bounty.
What if the bounty was wrong?
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of like playing dumb a little bit.
If
I'm just going
I
to give
don't
her a weird
understand-
look.
I don't understand why a bounty would be wrong. I mean, typically it's because someone's done something, and there's proof that they've done something.
Can someone ever be falsely accused of doing something?
Oh yes, absolutely. People can be falsely accused, but that can be argued after. I mean, typically the bounty is set out to bring the person because the person's on the run. Whatever, regardless of whether they're innocence or guilt. I mean, the person, hasn't presented themselves to right and fair trial.
Okay, good. So the person we're looking for still probably has the bounty on their head.
Good to know.
I think we're good then.
All right. Well, if I can point you in any direction, let me know. Monkey District is this way. Woodworkers District
Fury
is
is
up
just
north.
screaming on the inside.
Perfect. She has a really good charisma. Actually terrible.
Oh, it's bad.
Just kidding. Negative one.
As opposed to Trin, who had a
Which
pretty
explains a
charisma.
lot.
Yeah, Trin. Well, I don't think I have hers handy. Trin's
So
is
I
really
guess
good.
you'll have to ask those parents of yours to figure out who put this bounty on my head.
So that's the thing. You don't know who it was, but you did do it. So technically, you should have the bounty, but it was not really your fault.
They
Just make sure I got it right.
did way worse to me than anything I did to them.
Okay, so you were fighting for your life against people who did horrible stuff, worse stuff than you. You just happened to accidentally destroy a fort because you were fighting for your
I
life.
didn't even destroy a fort. I don't have that sort of power in me.
So someone else did it.
This
That's who we have to find.
I didn't.
Who else was there?
To my knowledge, I didn't even have magical powers when I was in that fort.
Then how'd you destroy it?
I don't know.
Do you remember all of it? Any blackout moments?
Can I just make a history check?
Yeah.
14.
I would say, like, you've had a couple of flashbacks of just that loud sound. Like, can you remember kind of the very few times that you've cast the spell where it's you do, like, it automatically almost always triggers that, just that scene of and daylight pouring in. That is your memory. It's just this massive concussion of noise that burst out from you, people flying.
I'm going to grab her and pull her into an alley. If we're going to be talking about this, don't want anyone else to know.
Fair enough.
Since I guess I have something on you, I can full disclosure. I would kind of reveal some of the like scars like on my body. And all of this was caused at that fort.
And you don't remember who you were fighting?
Everyone. All of the authorities there. And I was powerless. And then last thing I remember
Natural 20.
is a thudding boom. And then there was just the running. But I was free.
You know that depending on the situation, you heard your parents talk about Fort Dunan a couple times. Dunan, the son of Althorn, whom your ancestor was a brother to, was probably the most arrogant and ruthless of the individuals, of the brothers. Having the capability of magic and being able to use magic, it made him a little bit more having more sense of hubris than the other brothers, that he was above them in some way, having magic and being able to utilize it and use it in some way. He felt more powerful, better. And your parents, talked how that has kind of permeated in that tower. I'm realizing how much this sounds like Slytherin as if I'm not liking it, but that's what happened. It's just like, I'm not trying to do this.
I didn't even think about that till you said that.
Yeah, I know. It was just like, oh, dang it. So I'm not trying to do that,
but Harry Potter's great, so it's okay.
It is great.
It is true.
But having that access to magic, and that has kind of permeated in the training and also in those places. And some of the individuals that have worked there may not be of the best intent. Your parents have questioned some of the intentions of the people that work there.
Would you be descendants of that family?
No.
Oh, just in general.
Just you think that might permeate in that area or in that place. That feeling of grandeur, those feelings of better than everyone else might still persist in that area.
I don't know how that would do with him at all. I guess I'd kind of tell him that, but I don't know if this would relate to you, and I would say what you just said to me.
I mean, I could have told you they were brutal.
I mean, are you part of that family?
No. But apple doesn't fall from the tree.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Apple tree.
Apparently they share the brutality mindset.
So you guys finish kind of having your conversation kind of off on the side, still kind of figuring out where you want to go next. You are outside training and working on some stuff.
Did you want to go somewhere else though?
Yeah.
She wanted to
So
pull us
on-
off somewhere else.
Yeah, I think on the way, like walking, leaving the cemetery, kind of like clearing the head a little bit. Enid would relay to St. John what the Veiled One told her about how Kelvin was in service to her. And so I'm gonna change course and just decide I'm gonna go talk to Vara
Okay.
while everything's fresh.
Okay. So you guys are currently on your way towards the Temple of Tegar, or Temple of Kromstag, and towards the Veiled One, where the turtle that you served under. As you guys are making your way there, you're thinking about the training and all that stuff, and what you like. You've over the past couple of days, you've been training, working on some of those skills and stuff, and you feel like you've almost mastered fully one of them. Where it's just like you feel like you'd be able to, especially in the training. Of interposing yourself between an individual and making sure that they're able to, you can protect them in some way. On the way, you just hear this, and you see sliding next to you. Hey, hello, and you can see the ponytail figure of Simon, the very lean and fit individual.
Simon!
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, we received a message. I was told to bring it to you. Yeah, here you go.
Well, thank you very much.
This is Fury's episode.
I don't know social stuff, and I'm going to say this loud enough that he can obviously hear, but try to hide it. Do you tip people for this, or is this something
You
that just
tip people for this?
You tip people
You
for
tip
this.
people for this.
Right.
Yeah.
I give you... I'm just going to watch for Edith's expression. A silver piece?
2 silver
2 silver pieces.
3 silver pieces.
3 silver pieces.
5
silver pieces.
gold.
5 gold.
I take back the silver pieces. I put 6 gold in his hand.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Would you know I have never
Fascist nearby?
sent
Thank you
letters
so much.
very often?
I
You've
didn't
never
know.
sent
Yeah.
very often. Yeah.
Never send them
I
very
didn't
often.
know that.
Sorry, I don't know the...
Do you know if Ash is around? Or?
She is around. Sometimes she's a mouse. If you see any purple mice, sometimes it's her.
You
Okay.
can call on her at the Quartz Toggle House.
Quartz Toggle House. Okay. I absolutely thank you.
It's
All right,
soon
well,
to be known as the
I'm gonna head over.
Disciples
I'm
of
gonna head over
Sanctuary.
to
Yeah.
the Hired Hands and the Mystic Arcanium to see if they have any messages for me. But other than that, I'm gonna go. But thank you. I appreciate
the
it.
only delivery
And-
person in the world.
He just goes between these places.
This
so.
is lining up beautifully, by the way.
Yep.
All right, and that is where we're going to go ahead and take a break real quick. But yeah, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you're watching, thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you then.
Hi, otter pigs.
Hey, Folder guy here. Alright, did you go live already?
Just so we can talk to them.
Oh, hello.
No warning. Just
We can't talk if it's on that
Yeah.
screen.
Hello, thank you for joining the chat.
Oh, here, let me zoom in so you guys can see it again.
It doesn't make this go away, like they can't see us, right?
No, I literally I use the magnifier.
Does Otterpix play in your campaign? No.
Can't.
What did they say?
You'll be able to read it for yourself and then...
In 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my goodness. Wow, I finally remembered.
I'm sorry.
I finally remembered, and I get left on red.
Because...
Loving the soundtrack, Folder guy. Thank you. Makes me think about ways I could cheat on my calculus final.
What part? Like, Fury having to spill his heart out? Because I don't follow that.
Want more of this purple?
I think I'm good.
Alrighty.
We're live at the moment.
Just,
Yep, we already went live.
That's cool.
Yep.
just so you're aware, don't say anything first.
Ooh, candy.
Hi, otter pigs.
That's why we went live to talk.
Candy, 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 candy.
I love warheads.
What?
I love warheads.
Joel makes that. Oh,
I thought you were just like, I love all our hits. Like, what hits?
Callie, 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 Callie.
We're live.
Yeah, we're already
Oh.
live.
Just
We're
talking.
chatting with otter pigs.
Boom.
Having a good time?
I love
I think you said we're on
warheads so much.
And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure my character didn't die yet.
Sour, sweet, gone.
Man, I'm gonna have to switch this to your music, aren't I?
Thank you.
Why?
It's gonna be on that.
Why do you
Unless
do
you delay us going to the temple.
Check whether
That's my
someone's playing Toby
You never
did.
know.
Check whether
Sounds like something I would do.
I mean, you have every other night. I don't know why you wouldn't this time.
Alright.
Okay.
Hold on. It's still not
Are we
as good
ready?
as that
Yep.
one. Weird one.
I have that saved.
They really filled this peanut butter cup up quite a bit.
You know, it's the little things in life.
You are famous.
Folder guy? Yeah.
No, otter pigs are saying.
Oh, yes, you are famous.
Talking about your
Especially because I'm not sure if I actually know who you are exactly. And
Infamous.
you're probably the only Twitch person that comes to my stream, and I can say that about.
Extra soy sauce.
Wait,
I come to your stream.
that I don't know. So the person, someone who comes regularly, that I don't know who they are.
Gotcha.
Just a quick thought, and everyone else was a afterthought. Just want to throw that out there.
Who's an afterthought?
All of us.
Oh.
Except Folder guy.
Yeah, but we all will get a different fan. Hopefully.
I'm still waiting for my fan.
Yeah, me
Pop
too.
on.
I've been streaming for about a year now.
I love
Still
that
waiting.
red-haired one.
She's my favorite.
They're all three.
Wait.
They're all
Three
red-haired. Exactly.
No, the red-haired one would be me.
Mine's
Obviously.
pretty red.
She's the OG.
But guys, you know
Yeah.
what? I am
Orange. Mine's
Folder
You're
orange.
guy.
the purple, blue.
This is
Yeah,
considered a
that's more
DM
purple than red,
screen.
really. The
not a
orange,
folder.
Just trying to find that
orange-haired
exact-
one
Yeah,
would be the
that
favorite.
doesn't exist.
Let's just
Orange-haired fair.
be honest.
All right.
She's the most fun.
Do you want to? Are we ready to continue
Yeah,
on?
let's go.
Alright.
So, you see that
Oh,
Simon comes
diversion.
up. As you're kind of on a mission walking forward, you see that Simon stops, gives him a letter, and Sinjin reads it. And I'm going to go and switch it as you guys are making your way closer to the temple.
Is that what you've been expecting?
Yes, this paper costs more than my house. It's amazing. I don't think it's written in gold filigree.
There are 3
Wow.
holes in the side.
We could.
Is that your writing?
We could sell
Sell
this paper.
Yeah, that's where I was going, but
I'm writing cursive.
it depends.
I'm capable of writing in cursive still. I
Okay.
learned it a long time ago, but I can still do
I
it.
wasn't sure.
It got really intense fast.
Like every 10th line of my notes is in cursive for
Should
some
probably-
reason.
My cursive looks
Mine-
like
That's
a
just
drunk
not-
baby wrote it.
Mine is
Not
like
out.
cursive
Up here.
and
Let's go down to the temple.
mine's
thing then.
hybrid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you keep heading your way towards the temple,
Yep.
and navigate your way through past the hearth and into the alcove where the veiled one is, and you can see that Vera, I believe, is the turtle.
Yep.
Oh, Enid, it's so wonderful to see you again.
Oh,
we did an awkward handshake again.
Yeah, that's our thing.
That is our thing.
Awkward
What
handshake.
brings you here? What brings you here?
A lot. I have learned a lot since I last visited.
Yes.
What do you know of the Guardians?
What do you mean, guardians?
Like a group of people that serve the Veiled One?
You can see she kind of looks left and right, kind of looking out past the alcove where other people are coming. Come this way. Kind of has her cane kind of slowly shuffles.
Do you want privacy?
I feel like you can come along.
I
with all
feel
the
like he's
stuff.
attached to your hip anywhere you go, so just bring him along.
Because they're best friends.
Thanks, turtle lady.
Probably get married there.
It's Vera.
Might as well. They're already
So
attached to
she
the hip.
slowly makes her way back
Literally.
or towards the very front of where the temple is, the very pinnacle of the alcove, and she just says, "What have you heard about the guardians? These guardians that you speak of?"
Just
report
need
us.
a
Well-
ring sound, and I don't know what.
Did something
I mean,
Ooh.
apparently everyone in my family except me
Audios.
was a member. I recently learned that. Did you know?
I did. It is, the Guardians are a sacred order of the Veiled one of two. The other is the Death Blossoms.
Yes, the Veiled One actually tasked me with a favor to figure out who is manipulating the Death Blossoms.
And there's someone manipulating them.
She said they are. It's someone, not her. Someone is blocking her being able to communicate with the Death Blossoms.
Oh, that would be very unfortunate.
Have you not
for
heard
many.
of the Death Blossoms doing?
Oh, I assumed that the
Unsavory
Death
things.
Blossoms were doing their work, but not under someone else's influence. If that is the case, that is a serious issue. The Death Blossoms are known to be the best assassins throughout all of doTERRA.
That's why the Veiled One is so concerned.
If this is the case, then the deaths that they are causing are not being sanctioned by the Veiled One, who is the master of life and death.
Yes, that's why she's very upset.
You can see kind of this very almost scared look approach her face of understanding the depth of what could potentially be going on.
Do you think that goes back as far as when, because it's common knowledge, they took out the kings of old?
I believe that was set up to create a more unified kingdom.
Right.
But I don't believe that was. This is the first I've ever heard of it, of something influencing them. I might seek and ask her if I can try to commune with her in some way. But if this is the case, that is very grave news for many individuals that have been slain.
Yes. But the Death Blossoms and the Guardians are separate.
They are separate entities, yes.
And
The Guardians are more focused on that of the undeath and protecting and rooting out those that bring about undeath. The
So-
Guardians, your entire family, even Kelvin, was a member, even
how
at his
did I
young
not
age.
know, especially when I came here to study.
They wished for you not to know, to not be a part of it.
Well, look where that got them all.
Yep.
It is an extremely dangerous life, as you may have assumed. Being a member of the Guardians, because it creates powerful enemies. There are many in this world that seek to cheat death. And those that choose to do so are typically very powerful. Your family was among those that sought to stop those that did so, that sought to seek life everlasting in a way that is not natural. To live on this earth in a state of undeath is a cruel twist of death against our patron.
Yes, agreed.
So, your family did not wish for you to share in that life, knowing that many of the members do not live past half of what their life could be.
Well,
I am sorry that you... Do you feel that you have been brought into this world? If you're knowing the name, I'm assuming that you are now...
well, I feel, especially since the Veiled One has tasked me with trying to find out who's controlling the Death Blossoms, I don't know, I feel like that is a task of the Guardian. And is there a leader for the Guardian?
The Guardians have been all eradicated from what once was a large and very organized group. Their order, and those that were called to the order were sought out by the very group that you were seeking out. They were vicious enemies.
Do you think were they involved in my family's death?
Well, absolutely. Yeah. They were the cause of your family's death, I believe. I remember when you brought to me the symbol, I knew that is the symbol of Daxor.
Have you heard that the emerald that was kind of giving them power has been destroyed?
It's been destroyed?
Yep.
Who destroyed it?
Well, that's
the new
where...
Guardian.
You did?
Well, in my companions, that's where we've been the last few weeks, is down in the Valley of Walking Shadow. And
you went into the Valley of Walking Shadow?
Yep.
Why?
Because there was too much undead there, and it wasn't right. And I wanted to find out answers about the Order of Daxor. So I went there.
You can see she kind of slowly walks away for a minute. You like kind of zoned out, kind of just like almost like processing to herself what's going on. And you watch as she kind of slowly turns back towards you, and her eyes have completely glossed over white. And she just slowly looks at you and just says, "It is decreed." And she slowly reaches up across her neck, and underneath where the shell is, you are the new Warden of Death. Pulls off this necklace. And you can see that on this, there's a symbol that is the symbol of the Veiled One. This tombstone-like thing that is a permanent mark of death that shows that an individual has passed from this world, but not to be forgotten. That they have left. She slowly slips it over your neck.
This is a lot of responsibility.
She slowly just turns around, not even acknowledging your presence right now.
Vera? Are you no longer here?
Enid, it is great to see you.
Yeah, it's really great to see you.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to come say hi.
Well, hello.
I'm back
It
in
is a
town.
pleasure to see you.
It's a pleasure to see you. What have you been doing the last few minutes?
I've been praying.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yes.
It's
It
always
is
good.
great to see you in good health. Oh, St. John!
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I have a random, unrelated question to anything that's going on. What are the responsibilities and duties of a warden of death?
Oh.
That's a valid question.
I'm not too sure.
It's a valid question.
I feel like I knew at one point.
It's not a big deal. Just had a question.
Do
I'm
Do you
not
know
into the
who
religion.
would like a point to warden of death?
Oh. That seems lost to me. I feel like I once knew.
It's okay. It was just something we came across, and we're just curious.
Okay. It was a pleasure seeing you again.
Yeah, it was so great.
Pleasure. Enid.
Awkward handshake.
Oh, yes.
Or normal.
Yes.
Awkward handshake.
Well, we've got to get going.
You just keep on praying.
Absolutely.
I'm praying.
Make death be with you.
Yeah, I know. Goodbye.
It was great seeing you again.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
wish you
You
well.
guys see, should just...
A long life. Keep on praying.
We're far
away.
enough away. What happened?
I don't know.
Did you
That
just
was
like
super
steal all of
weird.
her memories? Do you feel like a turtle?
I do not feel like a turtle. That I am.
Okay.
I am
Making sure.
sure of that.
I didn't know how
I
this
don't-
stuff
like,
works.
what does this warden of death mean?
I don't know.
Dude, would Enid have any idea?
You know that she was the word
Right,
of death.
right, but I
think-
wouldn't have any idea of the responsibilities
Do you
or.
think that thing does anything? Do you want me to find out if it does anything?
It's sure. It's kind of freaking me out.
Okay. You have a +2 to your wisdom modifier.
Whoa.
Or a +2 to your wisdom score.
Which
Yeah,
means
plus
all
one.
of your wisdom things go up by 2.
No,
No,
it's
by one,
by
sorry.
one.
Plus 2 to
By
your score.
1. Just kidding.
Even,
that's
if it,
still-
even if it surpasses
Still really
20.
Still good.
But if she can surpass 20
Does
with
that
that.
require
yeah.
attunement?
It does.
Assumed so. You feel wiser.
Emblem of the Warden is what it is called.
It means your perception goes up.
So
So what's
Along
your
with other
perception,
things.
or what's your wisdom score right now?
Right now,
It's +4.
I
think.
hope it's even.
it is. Yeah.
So now it's 20.
but since it can surpass it, if you got an ability score, you could make it 22.
So you'd have
Maybe
plus
+6.
6,
6 if you wanted.
Yeah.
which is very rare to get that.
Pre.
I feel like you just became the leader of this religion.
Pre.
I'm kind of
Proficiency.
afraid of that.
Do you have to hang out in the temple all the time now, or can you still go on adventures?
I don't know. I mean,
She's got this, right? She seemed like she's got everything together.
I think she doesn't anymore.
I mean, it's in good hands here.
Should we leave her there alone?
Yeah.
There's other veiled one people.
Yes,
right?
there's plenty of
Would they,
other.
and would they have known she was a warden of?
Yes, they would have known.
So now they know she's not,
No,
but
they
have no
don't.
idea what
They don't
happened.
know.
Okay,
For dinner.
okay.
Come and have some.
Oh, good. Let's go.
She said something
Moving on.
about. I don't know. I think I want to go back to the graveyard.
We're digging up someone else?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
What?
Someone random or
No.
Oh,
Silly. My parents.
What?
Okay.
We're just
Alright.
gonna make this all equal for the whole family.
well, I don't have any better plans for the rest of the day, so let's do this.
So you go and spend the
That's
next 4 hours digging up. Your father is more towards skeletal remains.
I can't handle
Your
this
mother
night.
is similar to your brother.
Dagger pick
All right.
championships, people.
Well, I now, without a doubt, know that I am the last quartz topper. So there's that.
Yeah. But on the plus side, I think with that amulet around, you can do whatever you want in a graveyard.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, I don't know either.
This day has just been surprising in more ways than I can have imagined.
Here, here.
While we're digging and doing all this for 4 hours, are we alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Need something to talk about.
Yeah. So, you know that letter I showed you before I sent it off?
Yeah, is that what Simon had?
Yeah. So, Callie mentioned to me the other day that she, I think, knows Coram Helmsworth, the person I sent the letter to.
Yeah.
I need to talk to her again about what kind of person he is exactly, but, well, he really wants me to turn Fury in and would be willing to pay 5,000 instead of 1,000 gold pieces.
Well,
He claims he's a monster and not considered any family member of his.
I mean, that's not that I'm warm and fuzzy with Fury, but that's
No,
not the
I
kind
mean,
of person I think he is.
that's not the impression I get either, but he claims that he's responsible for the death of his mother. And I don't know if that's just like an accidental thing or if he kind of seemed to imply that it was on purpose. But again, I don't know this Coram guy at all.
Did Callie think he was a good or bad person?
I don't remember what she said. She mentioned, he traveled alone and came and knew their parents and stuff, and that he's the bad person. Master of exchange, but I need to talk to her again and see what kind of person she saw him as.
Yeah, I don't think we should do anything right now, although, I don't know, he now knows that you know Fury. Or his real name, I guess.
Should I keep this letter or burn it? I mean, I know what it said.
And it might, in the wrong hands, it would be bad. I think we should burn it.
Yeah.
Bury it.
Halfway through burying, I'm going to put it in a grave, set it on fire, and then after it burns up, continue to bury.
Okay.
So that letter's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What a day.
Yeah.
So, you guys continue finishing up your ventures in the graveyard. And over the next adventures in the graveyard. Over the next few days, so we're just kind of encompass this stuff. Was there anything else that any of you wish to do during this time? Because I know you're trying to wait for the Merchant Federation to contact you about that.
I don't think we need a roleplay. I just want to sell the broken short sword that was magical.
Okay, so you can sell that for maybe 3 gold pieces. Make a persuade or make a roll me a d20.
Okay.
If it's above 10, you get with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I add something?
No, just what did you roll?
A 1 and a 5.
A 1 and a 5. Okay,
Ooh,
so you end up getting.
I'm a little distracted.
1 gold. You end up getting 1 gold from it. Not feeling like your usual self in this situation, where it's just like every time you go up and try to talk, it's just like this weird sensation, like I just like the lingering thoughts are stuck in your head. It makes it hard for you to communicate in the way that you normally would be able to easily. Ash, was there anything else that you wish to do during this time?
How many days did you say it passed?
There's been a few days, so about 3 days.
So in the 2 days, I would have gone back to the temple.
Oh,
that's right.
And I would have done something that night of that day.
Okay. What would you have done?
I'm going to question Sinjin.
Okay. All right.
I have one thing we don't have to roleplay out.
Yeah.
Would I know if Ruva talks or who? I want to get that funky death water
Okay.
analyzed.
Okay.
I don't know who I would take that to or what. If they would even be able to know.
You could take it. You could try if you want to try to make an Arcana check on for yourself.
Natural 20.
You after spending some time with it, you realize that this water, it's coming from a source, like a magical source. You're getting that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But because of what it is mixed with, so it's coming from, like, the source of water itself is not tainted, but the water is mixed in with something that is undead or necrotic in nature, that it was causing a very deadly and devastating effect for any individual that drank it, or anything or creature that would consume this water. Could potentially, if it dropped them low enough in health, or if they consumed enough of it, that it would turn them undead.
Cool.
Yeah, so not good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. All right. So, well, I guess we'll go to you.
Are we all back at Sinjin's?
Yeah, so we'll say you all end up back at Sinjin's, and
I'm
going to go ahead and change the music back to Sinjin's house.
Return the very dirty shovel to my sister.
Okay.
I didn't clean it off.
Why the hell didn't she clean it off?
Because I paid you double. You get to clean it off. Plus, I'm your older brother, so you have to do it.
And I'm not doing anything till we're basically about to go to bed, because I think it'd be just me and you in the room.
Not me.
And my dad.
No.
Oh.
No, I guess
Probably
he has his own
one.
room.
Yeah, your dad
Probably
has
there.
his own
Never mind,
room.
he has his own room.
Yeah, because it was just me and you last time.
Yep.
So as I would be sitting against the wall.
Kylie's not here, right? Just to be clear.
No.
So make sure I don't react inappropriately.
Do you want to catch up on more of the Vanguard comics while we're here?
I want answers. But I'll
All
give
right.
you a fair shake at this. I'm going to hold my hand out.
Hold on. Whoa. Hey. All right.
If you
Kenshin's not really that bad.
If you
He just sounds like it at the
if
beginning.
if you resist, you get to keep your secrets.
Resist.
Because I owe you my life.
What?
I cast suggestion.
Okay.
Just straight suggestion.
Is it a charm effect?
It's.
I had to roll for it.
No, no.
But
Is it
you're
a charm
human.
effect?
Well,
Because
yeah,
gnomes have
definitely.
advantage against being charmed.
It is charmed.
Then you have advantage against it.
Plus what? Wisdom? Saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wisdom. Nope, I fail. I think 12.
Yep.
So?
But I wouldn't have necessarily tried to hide it anyway, so.
You just seem kind of quizzically looking at you like, what?
I guess my question would be, what do you know about me?
Could I just say what I think I know about him?
No, what
Yeah,
you know.
so, well, I know your father. I recently found out today, actually. Big news. Good news.
And since I can do a sentence or two, I'm also going to say, what did you tell Callie?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
First of all, one at a time. First of all, I know that you, I found out today that your dad is a big fancy guy, which doesn't explain why you dress so poorly usually, but that's fine. Yeah, Coram, Yeah, we're pretty much buddies at this point. We're not buddies. But I found out you're his son, but he doesn't really like you, and he thinks you killed his wife, not his mom, maybe his mom.
What?
Did you not know? Your mom's dead.
I mean, that's not funny, but
No, it's not. The way this is happening is
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is how you had to find out. But he says
Just
you.
shut up.
oh no. Do you want to know more?
And I dropped the spell.
Okay.
Why? You could have found out so much.
You feel the spell end.
Yeah. You didn't have to do that, you know. I would have just told you anyway.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Sorry, I had to tell you your mom died. Cool. Well, guess you don't want to have that coffee tonight.
Can you switch it back to the music for D&D, or the Lord of the Land?
What's it called? That's what it's called?
Lord of the Land. Yeah, I can't. My music is not working
So-
for whatever reason tonight.
I'm probably after like maybe 20 minutes or so,
Lumineers?
I would
No.
be able to say,
Chemically.
I know my mother is dead.
Oh,
But what was that about me?
your father claims that you had something to do with it? I just found this out today. Your father set the bounty.
He
And he wants me to turn you in, and he'll pay me 5 times the bounty.
wait, how do you when did you talk? Is he here?
Well, maybe. I have no idea where he is. But I put some pieces together of your last name from the bounty hunters and other things, and I didn't know it was your father. But I contacted a Coram Helmsworth, assuming it might be a relative, an uncle, a brother. I didn't know. And I was going to try to arrange to have the bounty removed from your head. I was even going to offer that we do some sort of mission if he wanted, or make payments towards the 1,000 gold pieces, and we'd get the bounty off of your head. And then I find out that he put the bounty on your head and that he's your dad. So that was a shocker. Right after a full day of shockers, too. It's been a crazy day. Enid might be part turtle.
I wish I was there so bad for all of this. Should have kept Callie in the corner.
So, I don't have your fancy spells, and I'm not going to cast anything on you. But why does your father think that you had something to do with your mother's death?
I have no idea. I don't even remember when she died, why. All I know is soon after. Well, no, not soon after. It was. I was going to refresh me on my own backstory, but. I don't know, she just gone. I don't know why. All I have of my father is the last letter he sent to me in that camp. And I'll just write down what it says.
Okay.
Can I ask why you were at Fort Dunan?
My father sent me. He said I was going to school. He said he was paying for it, and that was that. You don't negotiate with my father. I would have handed you this.
And before that time, you and your dad were cool?
Up till then, he was sending me money. Like, I mean, the letters were scarce, but it seemed fine.
I don't have the letter your dad gave me. I thought in the wrong hands it could be dangerous, so I burned it. But his sentiments towards you were much the same as that. I don't know what happened with your parents, and I don't know if it matters, but if he's the only one that can take the bounty off of your head, it's going to be very difficult.
It will.
Do you want to go visit him?
From the sound of it, I don't think I would make it out of that meeting.
Can your dad do lightning, thunder, fire kind of stuff, or does he just do business and control people that way?
He has the ability to buy out anyone and everyone you think you trust, and they will do it for him. And that's how he operates.
Well, 5,000 gold.
For all we know,
It's not a whole lot.
that bounty hunter could have been handpicked by him.
Yeah, might have been. But it's going to take more than 5,000 gold pieces for a Sinjin Psychowitz, the hero of heroes, to turn over one of his disciples. I've got more tasks for you and the group. There's no time to turn you in.
But how many others would be swayed?
I don't think you have anything to worry about from me and Enid. I don't know about the rest exactly, but I haven't talked to Ash about any of this at all. I don't know if she knows anything.
Callie seems to be well off enough.
Well,
And I'm not sure if Ash understands the concept of money.
I don't think Ash understands the
There it is.
concept of money at all.
There we go.
That's
Either
actually
way,
fine.
I don't think anyone in this group has any ill will towards you.
This just got a whole lot harder.
Do you need another makeover? My sister will help.
I think I'm good. And it's best he does not find out that your family is assisting.
He's gonna know who I am.
Does he know where you are?
Not exactly. Well, maybe, but he would have had to figure it out. I didn't have the letter sent here. I had it sent to Tea Garden. But
Is your
I don't
family
know.
that well known?
probably
mean-
not in Tea Garden. Probably not in Yondor.
Would I have even heard about the...
You have a feeling that if it is anything in relation to businesses or trade, your father would be able to easily access any information about said family.
There's a chance someone's gonna come here.
Do we need to kill your dad? Just tell me right now if we need to kill your dad.
No.
Oh, okay. Just want to know.
I don't know what needs to be done.
Do you think you trust this group enough to talk to them as a whole and get all of their ideas? Everyone has a lot of different angles. I have no idea what Ash knows from the Feywild and stuff, but, maybe she can provide some escape or protection. But I don't know what to do about my family.
I don't know. If they simply comply with whatever they ask, they'll be fine.
What if we
But if
pretend
we don't
to
tell
turn you in?
But if we don't tell them exactly where we're going,
What if we pretend to turn you in?
what do you mean?
We have a spell scroll that can make it look like you're anywhere. What if we turn in fake you, get the bounty removed, and then you're gone?
I'm sure he will be a bit more thorough than that.
Right, but maybe the bounty gets removed right away. Problem solved.
It will just go right back on with probably a larger number. Just give me time to think about this.
All right, but I really think we should maybe talk to the group as a whole and make sure everyone knows the situation we're all in.
I may not have a choice anymore.
All right. Good night.
So, I don't think I would be sleeping this night.
Gotcha. So are you wanting to take
Exhaustion.
Yep.
You dug up the grave. You're tired.
I have dug several graves. Exhausted.
You've helped so many
A
people.
little man
this
digging
is
graves.
quite the day right here.
But they're gnome-sized.
You've had a
graves.
full day.
Still 6 feet under.
Yeah, it's the down part.
Maybe it's only
Just
3 feet.
And maybe they put
Outside.
them in,
Their
like,
smell doesn't come that far.
Just
Well, I
kidding.
think I know whose backstory we're doing next. Sinjin's.
So
He said Sinjin stuff
Well,
ready for like
Dagger
ever.
pets, so kind of.
Yeah.
Are we actually doing
Are we talking as
Yeah.
a group or no? We're
I
not talking
don't-
so
or
well.
sleep.
You said
So you guys are sleeping.
Yeah.
The next couple days go by.
Can we have just gotten our swords back and stuff from the adamantine guy?
Yes, we'll go ahead and say that you guys have gotten that stuff. So if you got armor or if you got the sword,
Oh, I
so
already
the,
wrote it down.
the
The sword
sword
just has the adamantine property.
adamantine property where it said if you roll a 19 or 20, it's a critical hit.
So,
And does that make it almost indestructible? As far as
It's pretty
they
close.
couldn't break it. And it
It's
says,
not the same as magical property.
you never know, but
Where like it has to, like something would have to put enough pressure on it to break the magical property of it.
Right.
So it's a little bit weaker than
I'm not
magical,
gonna break
but
it by
pretty
hitting a
darn
castle or
close.
something.
No.
And how does the Hero of Heroes, Giant Slayer, destroy all of that look in Gnomish on my blade?
It is beautiful.
In a
Script.
paragraph.
It is actually scripted almost like a wave pattern that goes all the way down. You can see that the blade almost has a little bit of a wave even along the blade edge of itself. And he mentions to you that I think that it is going to be something that would be quite effective in battle. If you cause wounds that are not direct and straight and easy to cut and hurt, this will provide more of an oomph.
Yeah.
And as you pull it out, it will slowly serrate even the upper edges and the lower edges. Not the same way that it originally was, so causing more damage.
Fantastic. Does it affect it at all, or is it just...
No.
Okay, I didn't think
Just
so,
for flair.
but got it. All right.
Essentially meaning the critical hit on 19 or 20.
So, but over these like 2 days, I would basically not say a word to anyone, and anytime even someone attempted, I would just go invisible and leave.
Gotcha.
Just buy all my food somewhere
Will
else.
Oh, go ahead.
I have talked to like the housekeeper and
So
guards?
we're gonna get to that here in
Oh,
just a
okay,
little bit.
never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Yep.
Ignore me.
All right. So
Also, is my exhaustion probably gone since it's...
yes, your exhaustion is gone. Yeah. Can you go and put on Thunder Dreams again? We'll just do that one for certain.
And then now.
I just figure I'm getting each person tonight, so
Yeah.
it's yeah. Jeez, Louise, it's already 9:53.
I know.
I know. There's still so much I want to do tonight. It's just like good grief. Okay.
So I guess I go back to the temple at 2.
So you make your way
My
back to
appointment.
the temple, and you can see Jezebel's currently sitting right around the same time that you're there, and she kind of sees you, and she just kind of motions to you.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Thank you. How's the thing? Is there anybody else back there? Okay.
It just motions again.
I'll go in.
Okay. So you make your way around the back, and again, you can see the familiar feature of this half-elven woman wearing this large, baggy cloak of assorted materials underneath that you're not able to be able to. It's just very, very large and light-skinned. So, you had given enough gold and enough in performance to gain my attention again. What brings you here and what are you seeking?
Before I do, well, is there like a limit to how much I'm able to ask you? Because you were very specific last time.
Yes, I was very specific. I will tell you this. Gold loosens the lips quite a bit. It is...
What are you
delicious.
doing with all of this gold? Like, you haven't added any furniture.
I think you fail to understand that what I do with the gold is my own prerogative. And that is my own...
So it's not technically like a donation. It's more of just a donation to you personally.
If you wish to view it that way, that's fine. I don't care.
Alright, I don't really care either. I've got a lot of questions.
Oh, I've got a lot of questions. That means a lot of gold.
No, I'm gonna
coming my
figure out
way.
which questions are more important first, and then ask that first when I find where I wrote them down. Have you heard much of the Unseelie Queen?
Maybe.
Is that going to cost more, or is that just you're not quite sure you know?
Well, you're asking information about the potential Feywild and the connections that it might have. So yes, it might cost you a little bit more.
Like a silver?
No.
2 silver? 5 gold? I don't know.
Why don't we start with 25?
How about 20?
25.
23?
If you barter with me again,
Fine,
believe-
25.
I will say this once to you. If you try to barter with me, my prices are fair. Information that I provide is invaluable.
Okay.
And just so you know, the money I get goes to those that need it. If that is any comfort for you. So thank you for your donation. And so she holds out her hand and you produce the 25 gold. What is it that exactly that you wish to know about the Unseelie Queen?
Well, I was just reading something about her a while ago that, hang on. It says that she's like an archfey,
Mm-hmm.
and that she lured people into the Feywilds.
That's true.
Why?
Why would any king or queen bring servants and subjects into their kingdom. To
Why
rule
would
them.
she need them from somewhere else? Just because?
Well, people in the Feywild are not as easily convinced. You should know that, being from the Feywild yourself. It's
But
easy for you to resist.
But I don't understand what she's trying to do. Overall, like, she wants to control the Feywild, like all of it?
That is not really a question that I've really ventured to understand. I know that she has plans, and I know that she has goals, but beyond that, I do not know. So I cannot help you there, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So if I have another 25 gold, can I ask another question?
Well, you paid me for questions about the Unsullied Queen. If it's a different topic, then yes, I would request another donation be made.
Well, if we go back to the Unseelie Queen, like, say if somebody's having dreams with her in it, do you think they're, like, real dreams, or do you think they're just, like, you know, just, like, normal, regular dreams where you, like, see somebody and then you're dreaming about them because you saw them? No.
I'm not familiar with the dreams of what you're speaking of.
So, like, if you see somebody and they're talking to you about stuff, like, really specific stuff, and, like, it's weird, like, you know...
If what you're saying is that you've had a vision is something different. Visions come and are vivid. And if there's any sense of truth to them, they might be real. That is what I can tell you about that. So if there's some truth to whatever this vision is, what I would assume that you're discussing, there might be some underlying truth to it.
So I'm gonna give her another 25 gold.
Oh, well, thank you. What is this for?
So, do you know much about Archfey?
I can tell you quite a bit about them. What would you wish to know?
I might have gotten some of these names wrong, writing them down.
Okay.
I think
Civic Historian?
Uh-huh.
I wrote them down too, actually.
Civic. Yes, well, Civic and Orodram, those two go back quite a ways. They are constant tricksters with one another. Orodram has consistently over the years, as I understand the game, has been converted into a satyr known as Majarua. That is stuck in that form until he gets his... I'm assuming you can fill this in.
Yeah.
What is it?
Panpipe.
It's a panpipe!
Mm.
Ah, so you do know.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
The cosmic game that the gods play on those that... Oh, are you wrapped up in it?
25 gold?
Do you need another 25 gold?
No, I was asking for you asked me a question.
Oh. That is pretty clever. She flips you 1 gold, so you got 1 gold back.
Alright.
That was clever. But no. I am sorry if you're part of that game. It is quite unfortunate for any of the followers that are stuck in that virtual game. What is it that you've been asked to do? I'm assuming it's to recover the panpipe.
Yes, and I'm trying to find it from a person who I've asked you about before.
A tiny little dragon.
Mm.
I don't understand how to do that in Twitch.
You can do like different colored text.
Please tell me how.
I guess I try. But anyways, do you think possibly like the Silic person has anything to do with that? Maybe? Since they're
If you
part-
provide me with 50 gold pieces right now, I could probably shine quite a bit of a light on there.
Fine.
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay.
Don't have me barter. I'm bad at it.
Well,
I'll
that's
just give all the money.
Yeah.
So
Don't let her hold the money.
Ever.
I'm just glad you didn't ask for the platinum before this.
his name is Karden Yusik.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew that, but
Oh, I know, Carm.
his patron, the one he made a pact with,
It's otter pig.
is Silic Extorian. Now, if you can imagine, think about this game that has constantly been being played. This cosmic game between these two archfey, Aura Dram and Silic Extorian. And this here is a servant of Silic Extorian. You, I'm assuming, have been approached by the other one, seeking the panpipe. What are you assuming, based on these facts that I have just given you?
Yeah, that's a trick question. I don't know if I'm assuming what I'm supposed to
What do you
assume.
assume? That's what I'm asking.
Well, that it's just part of the game still.
It is part of the game,
I don't know.
so play.
But I'm sort of like on a tight deadline
From who?
myself. I mean, people need me to find this so I can do what I have to do.
Well,
Thank you. That's what I was going for.
let me tell you this.
Also, lady sounds old, and we are actually not old.
We're kind of old.
Yeah, well,
You're old.
What's
I
a
would
baby-
say
that's
that-
a baby dragon.
it's true.
That's fighting out.
For 100?
Trying to find him. Always ask whenever you go anywhere. Have you met an individual with bright purple eyes? If you ask that, there's not many that will be able to not describe who they've seen and when he shows up. I would recommend that. There you will find your information. There you will find Carden. And know where you can find him.
Alright. Thank you for all of that. I don't think I can afford to talk to you any longer.
Not many can.
Hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Ashlyn of Tiananog for stopping by.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go now.
Goodbye.
Yep. Bye.
And so you leave. All right.
I'm gonna do some subtracting.
How much gold did you lose off that?
75.
No, 100.
Like
100?
but I think 99 because you got one
25.
back.
Yeah, you did get one back. Yeah.
Woo.
I think you lost 99.
I missed one of those exchanges because I was only 75.
Yeah, Cert 8-1. All right. So we will head over to the Dagger Pits for now. So,
Make our title accurate.
yeah.
We promised Dagger
Jeez
Pits.
Louise.
We must fulfill the promise.
The prophecy.
Slay.
Yeah. Been an intense night.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna like put this music on for a minute.
Wish Dash is handsome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He's the eye candy that keeps people coming.
I am. Let me tell you. So, during the Dagger Pits, you have been trying to navigate through it. So you were put into it initially. Whenever the Dagger Pits started, you could easily see what the ordering was, who you were going to be going against, and you knew that third up was going to be Jandon Braspers.
Yes.
That if he had made it through in advance, that you were going to be going against him. So the first match, you go hands down, whoop the crap out of the guy. Just this dragonborn, this bronze dragonborn, was running through, just based on physicality alone. A very, very slender, very physically tough, though. A very fast individual. Ran through, but you were able to turn invisible, use your mage hand, pull the dagger out. He didn't know where it went, and you quickly vanished and were able to be successful. The next bout, you went against another individual, hearing that Jan and Braspers had made it past the next round. This one being a halfling. You vaguely knew that he had some use of magic.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. You were able to... you knew going into it, so you ran forward. Right before you were able to grab the dagger, your body froze up as he was able to cast a hold person on you and freeze your body in place. The next one, being more prepared, you turned invisible before he had a chance to cast any spell on you. And from this, you were able to get the dagger out. The next time, you were able to go forward, and you were able to, again, maintain the invisibility during that period of time, being able to hold on to it for an hour. You stayed invisible so he wasn't able to target you, knowing that you were there, but not sure where. You were able to avoid the thing, avoid another casting of it, and through that, you were able to beat him and best him. Janet Braspers. You stand across and look at this plump halfling.
Down at him slightly.
Looking across at you. Well, St. John Psychowitz. Seems that we've met again.
At least address me by my full title.
Which is St. John Psychowitz, Dummy of Dumbtown.
Hero of Heroes.
Yeah, Dummy of Dumbtown. That's what I thought. Well, looks like we are going against each other next.
Good luck, little man.
We'll see. So you watch, and you guys watch in the stands as Jan and Braspers, the arch nemesis of St. John Psychowitz, faces off against each other. You prepare yourself. Dart forward, ready. Turn yourself invisible for a brief moment. And as you get to there, you watch as Janet Braspers, not knowing where you are, unleashes this flurry of blows towards you. Luckily hitting with one. And as this happens, your body seizes up, stunned, unable to move. And you watch as he slowly moonwalks back. Stabs the dagger into the post. Well, I guess you ain't so good. Next round. Again, this one, you dart forward, he darts forward. You're not even hiding yourself. You rush forward, and you cast the spell, Thunderwave towards him. He gets blasted back 10 feet. He dashes forward again, being able to make up the speed using his monk ability. Even though he's a little bit tubby, he's just there.
He's just faster than me.
So he gets up there, unleashes another flurry of blows. You are able to resist the effect. He grabs the dagger, pulls it out, starts running back towards his post. You grab onto his ankle, trip him, he falls. You try to punch him a couple times in the back of the calf, trying to cramp up his muscle so he can't move. He elbows you across the eye, and unfortunately, this one stuns you again as the hand releases. And Janet Braspers defeats you in the dagger pits. In this championship round, in the quarterfinals, leading up to the championship league, St. John Psychowitz, Hero of Heroes, is defeated by his arch nemesis.
I would still stand up, bow to everyone, and say, everyone, give it up for Jandon. He did great today, everyone. It's not every day you best the legendary hero and heir of De Tervino, St. John Psychowitz. But today, he has his moment, and he deserves every bit of it. And then I'll walk by him and give him a wedgie with Mage Hand.
So you see him kind of currently, like, as a lot of the crowd is like cheering for him and stuff.
Let's
Slowly
just walk on
over
off.
his eyes slowly get caught to yours. And you get to see the fury and the anger in his eyes.
I'll give him a wink and move on towards my friends,
Gotcha.
who I assume are cheering for me anyway.
All
We
right.
left hours ago.
Yeah, they're not in. They forgot to show up. They didn't know what day
We
it
got our
was.
own stuff going on.
Yeah. She's in a pond somewhere.
Can you put on the Lord of the Land again? Sorry, it's
No, we were all
and
there.
my music is not working, unfortunately. As we're getting into this, I'm keep trying to get it. Let me see if I can get it one more time.
Well, it
I don't
didn't
know
work
what's
out
happening.
today, but,
Can't win them all.
I think he needs the ego boost more than I do.
I mean, you are the hero of heroes.
I am, and he can't take that away from me.
So you can let him have winner of Dagger Pits.
Are we all there?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I think I got it.
why
That
did
should
you?
work for me.
Why?
I mean, that was like. You know.
You don't need to win everything in life.
Would
I get to travel the world with a band of disciples.
Oh, you don't want to
Would I have had a
Save
chance
people.
to walk by Brandon Jasper's like outside?
Jandon Brasper.
Jandon.
Oh,
Jasper.
Jandon Jasper.
Not stepping on the toes of betrayal and House of the
Sorry.
It's Jandon Brasper. It's
We're
not
not
Brandon
sponsored
Jaspers.
Like, within, I think, 30 feet or 60.
At some point. probably.
Sure. I'll say that you make your way in that direction.
I'm gonna do subtle spell and cast suggestion on him.
What are you going to say? Because does he have to be able to hear you?
Probably.
Because I'm assuming you have to say it to the individual
Let me look at the exact.
in terms of suggestion.
I thought you were just gonna throw gust on him, like you did.
Because verbal and somatic, so yeah, you'd be able to. But I think they know who cast it on them if they, right?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if it matters, but
And once it's done, I think they know.
well, yeah.
I don't know if they know before.
Technically, it does not. Technically, it does not say that they know this was cast on them.
And you know what? I rolled a natural 20, so he resists the spell.
Uh,
I just rolled it. I was like,
Well-
man.
Damn,
Could I
Jordan.
give him disadvantage?
Do you want to give him
I
disadvantage?
True.
definitely do.
So that'll be a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's totally real. There's nothing I can do about it.
Alrighty.
It's so big.
It's all about real thing.
So you release the spell, but he is too hyped up in his own brain that he can't resist he resists the spell being too focused on his accolades.
What?
So during this time, you see a dark-skinned halfling that you know to be Cassandra Gursk making her way towards you.
My notes.
Oh, your ladies.
Probably flirted with
All
her.
your girls.
Is this the person you had that
Time for
meeting
Amy
with
to
in
be
that
mad.
other place?
Glare daggers at her now. You know so many people.
Nope, not that one. That was a human before.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Cassandra slowly begins making her way
boy.
over to you. Ascension.
Cassandra, how wonderful to see you.
Are we all here?
Are you guys all there?
Yeah.
I would
I
assume.
think
Okay.
so.
I just want to see what
Just saw
Enid's
your
gonna do.
performance in the Dagger Pits. It's unfortunate you lost, but I will say you were very admirable and very congratulatory to them. And I think it's a very noble feat to.
What type of thing is this?
She's a halfling.
Oh.
She's shorter.
What
Yeah.
is this thing?
What is this
I
thing?
think it is,
Literally beneath her.
very admirable to at least acknowledge defeat. It's such an admirable trait. I didn't know what you were doing later, but if you would want to accompany me now, I'd be happy
he
to.
has a lot of people to save today.
I believe that. But would you want to go maybe get a drink? I would be
In honor
happy
of
to pay.
Enid, she does that.
Oh, we're right now or in a little while later tonight?
We actually are
Both.
really busy
Someone's
today,
spiritual.
aren't
I
we?
could do later tonight.
Aren't we?
I could do later tonight. I do have to go attend to some fan things right now. You know, sign some autographs and such.
He may or may not be there.
This
Will
is
you be
Callie, one of my disciples.
Wait, are you a couple? I don't want to intrude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a couple?
Some people wish they were a couple.
He
with
thinks
me,
that
but
I
we're not.
understand that.
We
It's
did
just-
have this conversation yesterday.
I'm sorry that you. If he's not saying it's a relationship, then I'm going to stick with what he has
Just
to
because
say.
you're the DM.
I would gladly meet up with you at insert not the name of where the bounty hunters were last time.
So the Merchant Inn is
not
where not
that
there.
place
Not there.
Thanks for
because I don't want to
stopping
go where
I
that.
thought
Where
it
Gotcha,
said
they
okay.
pee in.
Alrighty.
But
Okay.
I was like, he peed in our chapel.
you know, I could meet you there later this evening for a drink, but I do have some business to attend to first.
Okay. Would you like to meet with her tonight?
Absolutely.
Sounds great. I'll be waiting for you. Please
It's-
show up
It's a date.
today. Alright.
He's not worth it.
Then why the hell are
A
you
minute
with
ago,
him?
you were a
And
woman.
she walks away.
Okay. Alrighty.
Fans
Talks
everywhere.
to you. Enid, you could do better. You could do
Enid's
better.
just quiet.
Okay.
She's just
Alrighty. So,
quiet.
you guys make your way on over to the Merchant Federation,
No.
where you have been summoned to meet with. Let's see. What are their names?
Oh,
Zeke and Fleek
yes.
Oh, Zeke and Fleek.
What about Victoria,
and Victoria,
the
the
housekeeper?
housekeeper.
Halfling housekeeper.
So you make your way in towards the Merchant Federation. You can see that. I'm trying to think. Not Servos. What did I say? I don't think I had a name. Bryn? I think that's the right name. Bryn. Bryn was the individual that you met with. And
No, that was the dragonborn at the Temple
Yeah,
of Lion.
Lionheart.
there we go. Okay, that was the wrong one. Okay.
I don't think you gave a name.
I don't think
to
you
the
gave a name.
person there.
They introduce you to Zeke and Fleek. And so you see these two half-orcs that are just currently sitting there. You can see one of them kind of picking at one of the big teeth in the front. What do you call those?
Tusks.
Tusks. I was saying husks, but I was like, that's not right. The big tusks in the front, just kind of picking at it. And you see one is a male and one is a female. They're both kind of like sitting there, and you see one of them kind of.
Are you just meeting, or did you bring the group?
I mean, if
It's
the
up to
group
you.
wants to come along, it's up.
I would not.
If we're meeting our potential guards and housekeeper for
I
our
feel like-
fort,
I am not going to the Merchant
I'd be there for
Federation.
sure.
Yeah. I feel
well,
like-
everyone with Fury's going.
Okay.
Or I would be invisible, at the very least.
Well, hey,
Hello!
hi, Zeke and Fleek.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Zeke.
Pleasure to meet you.
And I'm Fleek.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure. Are you guys looking for some permanent employment?
Obviously, that's why we're here.
Are you? What's your background in security?
Security. With security.
You know, guarding a house.
Oh! By beating people up if they get too close.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, we're very good.
I mean, maybe not everyone,
Both of
but
us.
if they're bad or
Oh.
suspicious.
Using discernment.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
We're very
great.
good at that.
Great.
Do they
Yeah.
seem like they're good at discernment?
Check.
Nope, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to.
You're not there.
No, I said it. I'm
He's
just going to
invisible.
invisible instead.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, you came highly.
They seem very good at discernment.
Yeah.
I like these guys.
I mean, you came highly recommended.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
We got the cream of the
when
crop.
can you guys start?
First try.
Oh, we don't get the job. Yeah, we got the job.
Well, how much would it? Well, how much is your rate? Are you package deal 2 for 1?
Don't.
You see, like gears turning in his head first. Look, it's like,
Do I speak to your employer about the rate? Is it
we
not?
talk about it.
Oh, we talk about it. Okay.
I think we would become the employers,
Oh, true.
so
yeah.
we would get to decide that.
Oh, well, what's
Can
seems
I
fair?
go up and whisper to
What's the
Sinjin?
going rate in
What-
this place?
Say that we go for, like, we don't want to get you hard because we want to get the job. Yeah, we don't want anything coming back from it because we need a job. Got far from the last one. I know.
I feel like this is like
You're just...
Some of the
the
best
Lord of
cards.
the
Okay.
Rings podcast.
Mm.
Smeagol.
Yes.
I think it would be
Ever done.
fair if we each receive 5 silver per day.
Yes,
Each.
that is
Each.
yes. 5 each, 5 silver
Per
each
day.
a day. That is
That
that is fair. Yes, I agree to those terms.
Let me consult to make sure to rock with Zeke.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I have a great feeling
Thank
about
you
these
very
guys.
much.
What about you?
I appreciate it. And where are the residents that we will
I
be?
wouldn't want to fuck with
It's
them.
I don't.
in the merchant district, the
Okay.
Quartz Toggle residence.
I have no idea what's a
it's-
quartz toggle.
That's my name. Last
Pleasure to
name.
meet you, quartz toggle.
That is
Miss Quartz.
Miss quartz toggle.
Yes, you can call me Enid though. But the address is
Blah blah
blah
blah.
blah blah blah.
Okay. So blah blah blah.
Yes.
Now,
What?
aside for us, are these folks going to be living in your house while we're gone and doing stuff? Because currently there is very few areas for them to sleep. I don't know if
Well,
they care.
I'll build a place for them in the expansion.
Right. Cool.
We're pretty comfortable with wherever we get to sleep.
It might not be the most comfortable at first while the expansion's going on, but
Does it have a roof?
It does. Yeah,
Does it have
for
a
sure.
floor?
For sure, yes.
Then we're good.
Okay, great. This is great.
What about this charming lady over here?
So, I can't remember if I said her
Halfling housekeeper Victoria.
Okay. So you make your way over. You can see this younger halfling in her 30s. So I would say right about your guys' age too, as well.
That's why I said lovely lady over here.
You can see that she is currently just sitting there, just waiting patiently. Oh, hello.
Hi, Victoria.
Yes,
Ah.
yes, I'm Victoria.
Hi, Enid.
Oh,
Quartz
Enid
Toggle.
Quartz. Yes,
Yes.
it is a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
What can I do for you?
Heard you're looking for some permanent housekeeping employees.
Yes, and she like quickly pulls out a binder. These are all references. These are individuals
Oh my
that
gosh,
have
wow.
access to my performance
Wow.
record. Yes, they. I would highly recommend contacting them,
Marvelous.
and them. They all can give any one of them, but they have told me to give you contact information if that is something that you would like. But I the references. But I've been seeking long-term employment, and many of them were short-term employments for whenever they left, go on vacations, that kind of things. But I'm seeking. I recently just had a child, and was
congratulations.
thank you very much. I'm wanting to provide the best life that I can for them, and so all these side jobs, while they are good for business, they do not sustain. It's not something that I'm able to. It is one of those things where it's nerve-wracking, and
Sure.
I would rather have something a little bit more stable. If that is what I can do, so I'd be more than happy to. Like I said, what can I do for you?
We're looking for someone to come every day and clean the house, water the plants, take care of the property, and I have a horse.
Okay,
And take care of the horse every day.
understood.
Maybe cook some meals when we are there, but we'll
And
me
for
and
the
my
guards.
groups will what?
And for the guards.
Yep.
And the guard. Oh,
Yeah.
there are guards.
Yes.
Who are the
Zeke and
guards?
Fleek, do you know them?
Zeke and Flink.
Mm.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Whatever is necessary, I am more than happy to accommodate
Yes.
myself to. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I do an inside
Well-
check on her?
Terrified.
That was
Oh.
just.
you
just
missed the
missed
box.
The box completely.
Roll one.
It's late. I'm sorry.
You know, roll a perception check.
Really
your
high on
boxes.
this one. 20. 20.
20. Okay. Yeah. You think that she might have had a couple run-ins with them in some way? Doesn't is nervous, but not like it's.
They are orcs.
Yeah. Just maybe.
I'm not saying anything though.
Group meeting.
Yeah, leaders are. Do you think this sounds great?
So are we having them live at our place? At your place? Our place? Is it our group place? Did we decide that? We have a flag there.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of becoming the group place.
I
So
mean,
are we having these
why
three
would they need to live there? Can't they?
guard it 24/7?
The guards might need to, but I don't know if Victoria needs to unless she doesn't have a place to stay.
Do you live somewhere or are you homeless? I mean that in the nicest way. Is there a Mr. Victoria or something?
There's not. There was, but not. I'm happy to. If you would prefer me to live elsewhere, it would be easiest if I was able to live in your stead, in your homestead, and be able to provide one for my child, but also for you. Whenever you come, I'd be happy to accommodate whatever your needs are. That is, but if you wish for me to live on site, I would not be opposed to that in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, that's a possible arrangement. The house isn't big enough right now, but we're working on expanding, and we'll make sure there's space for you.
Okay, all right. Yeah. It would also be easier for me to provide, as you said, food and beverages for your guards.
Yes.
Zeke and Fleek.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Back in the group meeting.
Yep.
I think we let them all live there. Why not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they form a happy family while we're gone. We got Victoria. We got... What's the little one's name?
Jebediah.
Jebediah?
Jebediah.
Jebediah. Seems like a great kid.
Jebediah.
And then Zeke and Fleek. They all live there while we're gone. They protect the place. I can send them messages. We can check in on the house, see if any crazy weird people show up.
They seem normal.
Yeah.
You may want to let them know you might be sending them.
Oh, of
Maybe
course.
stick with the house.
We'll put that in the manual.
The what?
If you're going to be sending someone mental messages.
I got a good feeling about Fleek. No?
Just cause?
Because I rolled very poorly on my insight. But I don't know how to say that in
I
game.
do not doubt their ability to guard because I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they would understand mental messages.
We can send them one now to test.
Dude, we could always send it to Victoria.
We can do that. But I think if we let them live there, we discuss wages with her. Don't know how we work on paying them while we're not physically there, if we pay them in advance or what we do. But we could figure that out.
I assume your parents could parent family.
Yep.
We could pay enough in advance, and if they run into issue.
Yeah, leave a little extra for groceries and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, anyone opposed to this? Callie?
I'm not paying for it.
Callie's used to servants.
That's true.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, nothing. No. Just
You have servants and no one else that I know of does.
Well, I mean, it's true. It's just normal where I live.
Do you get a good feeling about these people?
Is there a roll I can do for that?
Do a servant check?
Yeah,
Insight check.
Oh, well.
We're all feeling good.
We love these guards. These are the greatest
These are the best
guards.
ever.
7.
Yeah. They seem pretty on point.
They seem alright. Not quite as good as mine, but they'll do.
we'll grow to love them.
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna make them the
Negotiate
best
When do
guards.
you want to start?
5 seems a little high, but okay.
Back to group meeting. Should we have them start now, or wait till we make the house bigger?
Wait till
Maybe
we
give them like
leave.
2 days. They can take care of whatever they need to take
Yeah,
care of.
yeah.
We can clean up the house, get a room set up for them to at least be in.
Sure.
And then they can live there while we're gone. I assume we're
Are
leaving
we
soon.
leaving right away?
I don't know where we're going. I feel like we're going to have to discuss that in like a week or so. But I feel like we're going to probably leave here soon.
So
Maybe when we leave.
Back to them. We'll give you guys a couple days to get, sorted, and then start in a couple days. I'll contact you.
Okay.
How much does Victoria charge?
Yeah.
I depend. Whatever you deem commendable for my services. I believe that I typically charge 1 gold per day. That is excluding fees for whatever groceries or whatever, providing food. For basic food and drink for the guards and myself and my child, that is acceptable. It would be 1 silver per day to provide enough food for all of us, I believe.
Okay.
I have a question outside of game.
Yeah.
Is 1 gold per day? I feel like that's higher than a living wage. That's really high.
So that is to maintain. That is for, because you think about it, for the 1 gold, they're going to be spending that on food if they wish to do anything for themselves, or they're trying to put anything into savings. So it's
kid too.
But not board.
But it's a live-in housekeeper. It's not like just coming there, cleaning, leaving. It's live-in.
Right, so she's got board for free.
No.
Yeah, she's living there. She only has to get food.
But that means you're paying for the full 24 hours and not just like 8 hours a day.
Means anytime we want to call.
Yeah, but if she wants to live there, she can. Otherwise, like if she wouldn't, like if she lived there, it's for free. If she didn't, she'd have to live somewhere else and pay either rent or.
And then she would
for
charge
house.
more.
She has a child.
I'm just wondering. No, I'm just wondering from a world perspective. 1 seems really expensive because when we buy stuff, you're like, yeah, 1's a lot, and so I'm like, 1 seems a lot.
When you were not as wealthy as you are now, yes.
Mr. Victoria ran out on her.
I'm asking, not Callie. I'm asking. Like that seems like a lot based on the gameplay we've been playing for like.
So
weeks.
1 gold per day is a standard of living.
Like minimum wage, you'd say.
I would say like a moderate wage.
Moderate,
Yeah.
middle class,
Middle class wage.
Got a lot of
upper
platinum.
middle class. I think we'll be okay.
I think we're okay.
And
Still got a
she's
lot
not
of
just
platinum.
housekeeping.
How many days
it's
are we
also
gonna be gone though?
We got all that platinum that's party fund.
It's like
not gonna give it all
like
to 'em, but we-
30,000 gold or something.
Yeah, we've
crazy.
got enough for years.
15,000 gold.
Oh,
in
15,000.
platinum.
Still a lot.
I was just trying to
That's
make sure.
well,
It
5
seemed
times the
amount you
like
just said.
it seemed like I didn't know if you
I
were
think-
just trying to
Oh,
like
like
rip us
30.
off of
Oh, did
gold,
you
or
say
if that was like a legit.
I think we got a good
wage.
deal on the guards.
It's
You
like
did.
The guards were 5 silver, so 1 gold for 2 guards.
Right.
Based on D&D the rules, it would be 1 gold per guard.
That's what I was asking.
Yes.
Per,
So
for
I got
the
2 for
rules,
1.
like if that's normal. Okay, that's all I was asking.
Okay.
I just didn't know because I didn't know.
it's late. I'll give you that one.
I really didn't know,
I
even
d-
if it was early.
I didn't know it. I just didn't know
Okay.
because I didn't know.
Now, were you also wanting
Yeah.
to seek
It's true.
investment on procuring upgrades to your home?
Yes.
Okay. So you essentially go in and you talk to them. Make me a persuasion check. Is someone assisting in this?
Jerry, can you help her, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do the talking.
So he will roll with advantage then if you're. Are you
Yeah.
willing to let him do
Sure.
that?
I have no reason not to.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
no.
17.
17.
Oh my god.
You're able to barely convince them
That
to
natural
allow the improvements to happen, being that the merchant district is pretty set in its ways and having the tent. Like I said, the merchant district is mainly tents that are set up, and you have one of the permanent residents that are there. They don't see why you wouldn't be able to put at least a couple guard posts and maybe extend another floor or dig another floor below. You could probably do both if you wanted to. So, so what
Thanks
would
for
you
stopping
like?
by.
What would you
We're
like to
about
do?
to wrap it up.
I think I'd want to expand the lower level.
Okay,
Can we plan out a floor plan?
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and probably put an
Sure,
upper
okay.
level and a
Upper
guard
level.
post.
Okay, alrighty. So, we'll have you guys draw that out. Is there anything else you guys wish to do this evening? I know that you're planning on meeting up with
Yep.
Cassandra.
Yeah, I would say. So, are you going back to the house with us to be right now first?
Yeah.
Then I guess I want to talk to the whole group starting next session.
Okay. That's where we'll begin. Next session is conversation. You plan on going to meet with Cassandra and finishing the plans and layout for the house. Thank you for everybody that joined in and watched us this evening. We appreciate it. And yeah, we'll look forward to what do we know when we're playing again?
We do not.
Yeah, we'll post it on Instagram. Please follow us at Dicey Adventures on Instagram. We'll post when we're going to be playing next soon. We also just finished, I think, our second episode, and is up on Spotify, iTunes, and Anchor.
Yeah.
So yeah, please feel free to follow us, our first 2 episodes, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.